Hello and welcome to Barça Live. How are we doing? It's been a busy week, hasn't it? Third game this week. We are at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic against Rayo Vallecano for the final La Liga game of the season at home. Of course, we have Marc Brau there, so let's head over to the Olympic Stadium. Marc Brau, take us through Barca's lineup.
Hi Robert, how are you? From the last time this season in this place, from the last time in Stade Olympique Luis Companys this season, today, last game of the season at home between Barça and Rayo Vallecano. Of course, it will be also the third game of the week after the wins against Valencia and Almeria. We want today 3 points that will allow us to finish in the second positions in the standings. We'll have the lineup, one change per line, one change at the back, one change at the midfield, and one change in the forwards. Barça will play today with Marc-André ter Stegen as a goalkeeper at the back, with Joao Cancelo, who is returning to the lineup instead of Héctor Fort as a left back, Koundé as a right back. As a centre backs today, we'll repeat Íñigo Martínez and Pau Cubarsí. In the midfield, after the suspension in Almeria, today is returning to the squad and also to the lineup Ilkay Gundogan, that will play with our captain Sergio Roberto and Fermín López. Gundogan will play instead of Pedri, and as our forwards, today Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal will be also in the attacking positions, and today Rafinha is returning to the lineup instead of Ferran Torres. Another good news is that today Ronald Araujo, who couldn't travel to Almeria last Thursday, will be in the bench. So today, big game against Rayo Vallecano, and we hope we win the last game of the season at home.
Indeed, we hope so. Let's try to finish it off at home on a good note. Let us know your thoughts, on the live chat. Rate the lineup from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest score, 1 the lowest. Let us know what you think, and we'll read out some of the comments. Here in the studio with me, Diego Lorin. How are we doing?
Good, good. Excited for this last game at home. Of course, want to finish off the season on a high, and doing it against a tough side. I mean, against Rayo, you know, the results have not always been favorable for us, so it's going to be a tough one, but let's hope we can pick up the win.
We'll talk about it as the show goes on. Making his debut today, we have a debutant on the second to last game of the season. Adrian Bialkowski, how are we doing?
I'm great. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me. So I'm also hoping for a good game, obviously. So we'll see how it goes.
I'll start with you. Thoughts on tonight's lineup to face, well, this afternoon's lineup rather, to face Rayo Vallecano in this last game at home?
Well, I see Fermín López. I'm happy. I also see Gundogan. I'm happy again. I love this, both of these two players. I'm really hoping that Fermín can keep his streak up. He's already on 10 goals, right?
Yeah, 10 goals in all competitions,
this season, huge debut. And
you could be biased. I mean, you must be happy to see Lewandowski, of course, as well. Not a big surprise, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, we were talking about it the other day. His chances are getting slimmer as the games go by, but there's still a chance that he could fight for Pichichi Lewandowski.
Yes, we all hope so. Obviously, well, you can see it, but guess the
well,
name on my back. I'm Polish, so I have to
we should probably give
represent.
context and say that Adrian is Polish.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. We'll give the context as the show goes on. Diego, your thoughts on the lineup?
Yeah, no, I mean, similar actually. I'm happy to see Cancelo back as well in the lineup. I want him to also finish off this season in good form. Fermín López, I mean, he's been just phenomenal. What is it, 10 goals in all competitions, 7 in La Liga. You know, let's hope as well that he can put in a good performance. Gundogan in the midfield as well, in place of Pedri. It's good to get those players some rest, but yeah, I want to see positivity. I think is kind of the key word for today. I want to see this team finish off the last game at home on a high.
I think it's what we all want to see. Just try and secure that second spot, which is the other important thing. We're 2 points away from that, and right, it's difficult to say it that way, but like, just try and end the season on a positive to like carry it on to next season.
Exactly. And again, to give a little bit of credit to Rayo here, they're still fighting for their quote-unquote lives as well. They have not mathematically secured their presence in the Spanish top 5 for next season. So it's again going to be a tough task, but you know, let's in Xavi and this team we trust, and that they can finish off this season on a positive note. We saw the lineup. What are your thoughts on key player this afternoon, tonight?
Could it be Fermín? Could it be Gundogan returning from suspension? Or maybe Robert Lewandowski chasing that remote chance of being Pichichi?
Yeah. But I'm going to go with the number one here, Fermín López. I think he's just in such a good form. He's got, this momentum with him. He's got that swagger, the charisma, and last game, he saved us those 3 points. Let's see if he can continue that.
Imposter 2.0 goes 3 Lewandowski, Julia D goes 1 Fermín, Zulunugla Kichu goes Lewandowski. Who else have we got here? Sumil Jain going 1 Fermín. So it seems fairly split between Fermín and Lewandowski. What would your pick be, Adrian?
Well, again, I have to represent my man Lewandowski. I'm really hoping for him to score a couple of goals at least today. So yeah, I'm gonna go with number 3, my countryman Robert Lewandowski.
And you live chat, keep your comments coming on the live chat. Keep us informed on your thoughts on the lineup. In the meantime, we're going to go and listen to Xavi Hernández with Marc Brau.
As usual, only a few minutes to start the Barça Rayo Vallecano. We are with FC Barcelona coach Xavi Hernández. Xavi, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Bé, últim partit de la temporada a casa amb aquest gran objectiu, no? Sabent que si guanyeu ja sou segons, no sé si és una bona motivació per poder treure el partit endavant.
Sí, motivació especial, no? Perquè el segon lloc ens dona la Supercopa l'any vinent, ens dona prestigi, ens dona a nivell econòmic també, per tant, és l'objectiu principal, no? I a més tenim l'extra motivació de que aquest equip, Rayo Vallecano, fa 5 partits que no el guanyem, per tant, bé, contents, motivats i tant de bo surti un gran partit per aconseguir els 3 punts.
Avui tornes a fer canvis a l'11, un canvi per línia. Contra un Rayo, ahir Íñigo Pérez deia volem un partit tancat. No sé si és una declaració d'intencions del tipus de partit que podeu tenir avui.
Sí, el Rayo el que intenta que no progressis, és l'assistent d'Iraola, ens complica sempre moltíssim els partits, equip intens, equip agressiu, equip que defensa bé. Bé, ens aniran a apretar dalt, segur. Són valents i necessiten com a mínim un punt. Per tant, serà un partit complicat i tant de bo estem a la nostra millor versió, sí.
We'll go with the last question in English, Xavi. How important will be the patience for today? Of course, if you score soon, the game can be different, but how important is the patience? Last game of the league at home, and as a difficult enemy like Rayo Vallecano today, what can be the key of the game?
Yes, it will be so difficult because this team defends so well. They don't want that you progress on the pitch with the ball, so they are very aggressive. Will be tough, really tough, but I think we are ready. We are ready to compete. The team is in a good moment, so yes, you just need to play well and to win 3 points. That the main goal in this moment is to take the second place.
Gràcies, Xavi. Sort.
Yes.
The words of Xavi Hernández saying that the team is motivated to achieve this goal, be second in the standings.
Thank you very much, Marc. The words there of our head coach, Xavi Hernández, expressing the importance there of securing this second spot in La Liga. It may not sound like much, but at least it's the minor objective, the minimum objective that this team has set itself to be in the Supercopa next season. Right, let's take a look at Rayo Vallecano's lineup. May seem like a team like lower half or lower tier of La Liga, fighting to avoid relegation right until a couple of weeks ago, but a team that we have not beaten in the last 5 games against them. So a tough nut to crack, no doubt. Dimitrievski is in goal with Badiou, Mumim, Lejeune and Despino at the back, Pate Cis and Oscar Valentin in midfield, Isi Palazón, Jorge de Frutos and Álvaro García as the attacking midfielders, Sergio Camello up front. And this is a team, Diego, that we struggled with in Vallecas back in November.
Yeah, exactly. It's been like that. It's a tough nut to crack for Barça, and we need to go all the way back. I think it was 2019.
Yep.
Now there's a little bit of una trampa, as they say, because they weren't in the first division necessarily. Yeah. But the last time that we managed to win against Rayo was in 2019, the 9th of March. And there's history there. There's also with previous coaches, of course, not good experiences when facing this side, and in the earlier half of the season also. And that is despite the fact that they've gone through managerial changes.
Yep.
But Xavi knows that this is going to be a tough task. again, as you mentioned as well, Robert, that they are still not mathematically secured for the first division next season, means that they're going to go out to make it a tough match for Xavi, and the last 5 games have proven to be that case. So
yeah, and Barca are also fighting against the trying to get going in these games in which there's not as much as at stake. Obviously, the team wants to end in second position, but we've seen in the last couple of games the rhythm and the momentum of the game is all a bit slower.
Yes, we have to obviously say that there was a bit of a drop in motivation, and I think it's normal. So now just have to be 100% professional, get the job done, get the second place. We're on our way. It's just 2 more games to go, and we're up 4 points up on Girona. So so it's going very well. For now, I would say as good as it can go.
Exactly.
For the end of the season.
Exactly. 2 consecutive 2-0 wins. Could it be a third? Can Barca make it 3 wins in the week to secure that second spot? If we win tonight, that's it. Second spot is secured. Right. Let's. I've prepared a little game for you guys. Adrian knows he's come prepared. He said,
Okay.
I know you have prepared some games for the pre-game show. So let's see if you're prepared enough, Adrian. The first one's for you. Right.
Of
Got
course.
secret players here. I'd say I'm starting you off with an easy one. This is from the game you were referencing, Diego, the 2018-2019, the last time that we beat Rayo Vallecano at home. That was a 3-1 win. Who is the secret player? Who is, Adrian, the secret scorer in this game? Give it some thought. I want to see if the live chat can get it right as well. Are you more or less 99% sure of who it may be?
Yeah. It should be easy, right? I told you before the program that I'm not good at the quizzes. Yeah.
I'd say that the long sleeves are a clue, definitely, from 2019. Right, some answers starting to come in here. Messi is not the correct answer.
No.
Messi is not the correct answer. What else have you got with me, live chat? I've
give him
seen
a
some
hint?
Coutinhos
Yes,
there
I've
as
seen
well.
Coutinhos.
Coutinho is not the correct answer. I saw one
I had
correct answer.
Coutinho myself, actually. I was thinking this is a man from a warmer climate.
Right.
I want to say
Doga Recute has the correct answer. I'm seeing some correct answers on the live chat right now. Let's see. Zabalan says Dembele. What would your answer be, Adrian?
yeah, I would go with Dembele as well.
Dembele. Let's see if Dembele is the correct answer. I'm afraid not. It's Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, we had 2 options, and of course I had to pick the wrong one. Yeah.
Gerard Piqué was the correct answer. He scored in the 3-1 win in the 2018-2019 season. Let's go for the next
You're saying
secret
that long
player.
sleeve is a clue because he always played with long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Dembele. That's why I said there were only 2 options.
This next one is for you, Diego.
Let's see.
Let's take a look at the second one, if we can. There we go. Okay, this is from the 2013-2014 season, and it was a 6-0 win. The season of El Tata Martino.
Tata was there.
PG has it correct. Either two says PK, maybe some answers of the previous one are still coming in. Misty GG goes Neymar, which is not correct.
Okay. So we're talking Tata. Which season did you say?
13-14.
13-14. Can I see the picture again?
I think not, because they've got the answer covered right now with the live chat. So
Okay, I've got to take a wild guess.
take a wild guess. I've got some correct answers on the live chat. Mohamed, Doga Recute is
I'm gonna-
correct.
Either Alves or Alexis Sanchez.
Let's see if it is correct. Let's take a look.
Alexis Sanchez.
Okay, I'll give you 50% of the answer because you didn't commit to just one.
No.
Congratulations to everyone who got it right on the live chat. And let's take a look at the final one, at the final secret player, which is from the 2011-2012 season. That was a 4-0 win. The last season of Pep Guardiola as coach. Who may the secret player be there?
The hand there is a little bit of a...
Think of forwards in the end of the Pep Guardiola season.
I was going to say Thiago's, but now that is not.
I see some Messi answers, which are incorrect.
Maybe. Oh, incorrect. Okay.
I may have gone with 2 consecutive Alexis Sanchez. Who knows?
What you got, Adrian?
I would go with Pedro.
Adrian's going with Pedro. What are you going with, Diego?
I'll go with Alexis Sanchez, maybe.
You'll go with Alexis Sanchez. Well, I'm sorry to say that neither of you
Of course.
are in the right. It's David Villa. David Villa was the contributor to that 4-0 win against Rayo Vallecano back in 2011 and 2012, back when we used to score loads of goals against Rayo Vallecano, 4-0, 6-0.
Yeah.
Those are the results that we're talking about as we see how just about an hour ago the players and coaches arrived at the stadium. There's Xavi Hernandez heading into the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic for the last home game of the season. Why don't we take a look at the lineup once again, refresh our memories, maybe start to get into game mode a little bit, if we can pump up the music a bit as well. There it is. Last game of the season at home. There's still one to go next week away from home, such a fifth one. But let's focus on this one. Last game at the Olympic Stadium, match day 37 against Rayo Vallecano, a team that we have not beaten the last 5 times we've faced them. Last time's at home, 0-0 last season. You may remember that one. It was 0-0 first game to inaugurate the 22-23 season. Previous season, Álvaro García scored to make it 1-0 for Rayo Vallecano. Our lineup for tonight includes Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, Jules Koundé, Pau Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Cancelo at the back. Sergi Roberto will be the holding midfielder along with Gundogan and Fermín. And up front we've got Lamine Yamal, we've got Lewandowski and we've got Rafinha. Give us your thoughts from 1 to 10. Rate this lineup. I'll be reading out some of your comments. Give us your thoughts. Who would you have liked to seen? Is there anyone that you would have preferred to have seen, Diego, in this lineup today? Are you surprised maybe that Héctor Fort didn't get another opportunity?
Maybe, yeah, because he did provide the assist in the last game. He was in also good form, good momentum there. But, you know, like I said, I like the fact that Cancelo is back with the squad, and I'm hoping as well that he can therefore finish this game and the season, at least at home, off on a high. I guess, I mean, obviously he was never going to make a comeback, but good news that Alejandro Balde is also back in training, back running. Yeah. So that means that that position, the left back position, is slowly but surely getting more competitive. But obviously he was never going to be get the medical clearance. But no, I mean, I think it's a good lineup. Give it what? I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Yeah.
Very quickly before we go to Marbrau, Adrian, your rating from 1 to 10?
I will give it 9 as well.
9 out of 10. Right. Marbrau, what are your thoughts on the lineup? 9 out of 10 as well?
For me, 10. Every lineup for Barça, it's a 10. I have a good for you, but I have to say that now we have the hymn of Barça, the chant of Barça, played live by the Els Amics de les Arts. It's a great music group. I don't know if Paul can give me the image. Not for this moment, maybe from the video wall. Yeah, you can give the image. I don't know if you like Adrian, Diego, and Robert, Els Amics de les Arts. They are from Girona. This is ter Stegen in the left in the screens. But as you say, this is the video wall with Barça, Rayo Vallecano. I don't know if you like Els Amics de les Arts, Robert, but it's the group that sing this Candal Barça, and it's very good. I think it's a good idea to have this kind of musical groups. I don't know if you like it.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I'm always for live music before the games. The juice is going. I like different bands to interpret the Barca anthem as well. It's always great. I'm all for it. Marc, do you have a quiz for us?
Yeah, maybe you can notice that I'm not in the same position as usual. We are presenting this quiz that we are very next to the bench, but remember that today there are 9 games played at the same time, and due to legal reasons of the league, maybe the players will go in the field before than usual. So this is the reason, because we are not right here. This is the place why I usually see the game. As you can see, I'm next to the stands, but if I take a look, okay, it's a great place just to see the game. Okay, first question of the quiz for all of you. Today will be a special Montjuic edition because this is our last game at home. So, special Montjuic edition. The first one is, do you know how many different players have scored in Montjuic this season? Of course, of Barça squad. 14, 15 or 16?
Right, wait a minute. Let's start a count here. I'd say Lewandowski has definitely scored. Ferran Torres has definitely scored. Fermín has scored. João Felix has scored. Cancelo has scored. Rafinha has scored. That's 6 already. Lamine Yamal has scored. 7. Who else has scored?
Frankie or Gundogan.
Gundogan has scored. Let's say Frankie has scored. Pedri must have scored as well.
I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8.
I'll go for 14.
7.
I go for
14 is the
as
Cruyff
well.
number.
Five.
You've got Cruyff.
Right.
Yes.
We're going for the Cruyff number.
14.
14.
14?
14.
Okay, it's good. 14.
Finally.
But I have to say that if somebody said 15, it can be good, of course, because Barça has 3 own goals here.
Oh.
From, so 15 is also
right.
correct, but 14 is fine. Good memory, good
I
memory.
have to say, Mark, that I see
Yeah?
that on the live chat, everyone is going 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone was correct. So I like it. All the fans focus on the game. Second one is not so easy. It's not so easy. It's about the attendance here. So which game had the best attendance this season at home without counting the top 3 that were PSG, Napoli and Real Madrid? I give you 3 options. Athletic de Bilbao, Las Palmas or Betis.
Betis was very early on in the season, wasn't it?
But it was a good game.
It was a
game.
good game, and it was at the beginning of the season where still the attendance was, because it's always high at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
But
maybe,
I'm going to go
Betis
with
is a
Las
good answer,
Palmas.
because Athletic was the Marc Guiu goal, and it was
Right.
like late October.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember when we faced Las Palmas in La
I will
Liga.
have to count
It
down
was-
again. 10.
Betis. Should we do
Nine for
Betis because it
Betis.
was early in the
8.
season?
Yeah,
I'm
Seven.
going Las Palmas.
Oh, you're going Las
Yeah,
Palmas.
I'm
Adrian's
sorry,
going Las
this time.
Palmas. Diego and I are going Betis.
Betis.
2, 1, time. What do you say?
Adrian's going Las Palmas. Diego and I are going Betis.
So the number, I have to search for it. I have it.
Oh, well done.
46,788
Finally.
Las Palmas. It was a little bit strange because Athletic is one of the best games of the season and Betis is the other one. So Betis is just under Las Palmas, but the game against Las Palmas was the top one. We
I
go
have
to
to
the
say,
last one.
Adrian has an advantage because he actually goes to every single game.
Oh, true.
Okay. We have to go hurry because the teams are going to enter into field, and I have also to give you my secret numbers. But we go with the last question. I can be easy this one. So who scored the first goal, the first official goal here in Montjuic this season? It was a game against Cádiz. So who was it? Lewandowski, Ferran or Pedri? Ferran, Lewandowski or Pedri? Do you remember?
Match day 2. That one was resolved late. Ferran Torres scored the second one, I think. It was Pedri, I think.
Yeah?
I think it was Pedri.
Mine is a guess. I don't know. I'll go with Ferran Torres.
Let's go with Ferran.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You two are going Ferran. I'm going Pedri.
The good one is Robert. It
Robert
was
knows,
Pedri.
of course.
It was Pedri. It was a Gundogan assist and Pedri scored the goal. Now the players are in the field, but the game has to start at 7 p.m. So I think we have enough time to play my secret numbers. I don't know if Adrian liked maths or liked the numbers, but Adrian, take a look for this. So I will give you 3 numbers because Diego usually knows it. 3 numbers. Just an asking, it's not easy. What do you think those numbers are? 27, 5, and another 5. It's not easy to know, don't worry, Adrian, but maybe if you want a key, I can give one. So Robert, Diego, you can help him, of course.
27, 5, and 5. Well,
something with
5 is
Lamine.
one that we've said already. 1-5 is 5 games without beating Rayo Vallecano.
It's fine.
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
fine.
true.
That's 1.
27, something with Lamine Yamal or...
Both have relation with today's game. So,
Tough one.
27.
It's tough,
Rayo
it's
haven't scored very many goals this season. Is it the goals that they've scored this season?
no, could be, but no. It has relation with the place that Barca will finish if today we get the goal. If today we get the 3 points.
Oh,
Okay,
So the 27th time that we finished second?
Yeah, that's okay,
Okay.
Diego, that's okay. We will take a look about what those numbers are. 27 times Barca finished second, 27 times runners-up in the league. Remember that Barca won 27 leagues, 27 runner-up times, and today, if Barca win, we will be second for a 28th time in our history. And the last number, another 5, it's more positive than the other one. It's like the consecutive wins that we had at home. Instead, we'll lose against Villarreal in January. All the games played in La Liga here at home were wins against Getafe, against Mallorca, against Las Palmas, against Valencia, and against Real Sociedad. And it's important, but if Barca wins today, it will be the best winning streak at home this season. In La Liga, Barca never won 6 consecutive games, so we hope that will be today. So finish the secret numbers because the players are in the field. The game is going to start, so it needs a little seconds just to turn up the camera and to give Xavi's bench reaction. So
Just, Mark, before we go,
Okay.
before we change your camera, guess the score.
guess the score. I think that today will be another win. We won 2-0 against Real Sociedad, 2-0 against Almeria, but today I would say 3-0.
Oh, okay.
Barca
Okay.
will win 3-0. Okay, this is my
You're
score
going
for today.
optimistic. I'm going uber optimistic, and I'm going 4-0.
Okay, a lot.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mark. 4-0 for me. Let us know on the live chat. What do you think the score will be in this afternoon's game? The game is starting in a minute and 20 seconds. It needs to start on time today. All 9 games are starting simultaneously. Diego, your
Not as
score prediction?
optimistic. I think this will be a tight match, closed 2-1. Barca win.
2-1.
I'm more optimistic. I think we're gonna win because Rayo doesn't play for anything really, and we need the goals. So 3 games scored for us, but we're not rock solid in defense. So 3-1.
Okay, so 3-1, 2-1, 3-0, 4-0 for me, 3-0 for Marc Brau. And the game is about to start with everyone waiting for it to be 7 p.m. sharp.
Yep.
All 9 games start consecutively. We'll have one of those days in which we've got goals coming from everywhere. We'll have to keep eyes on our screens as well to have result updates. Of course, we'll be interested to see what Girona do.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them. Of course, if we win, there's no reason to, really and truthfully, but it'll be interesting to see how everything evolves, by the way.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for this to start, let's just quickly update the situation in the British Isles.
I was thinking that. I
with,
got one eye there, yeah.
Manchester City winning 3-1, which means that Pep Guardiola, our former coach, is the Premier League champion for the 4th consecutive time. So congratulations from here to the Barca legend,
Yes.
both as player and coach, Pep Guardiola.
What a surprise, right?
What a surprise, yeah, but you still need to get the job done. And
Yes, of
we
There
have
was the
seen in the
same- It was
past.
tight.
There was the saying that everybody plays football, but Germans win in the end, and now everybody plays football in England, but Pep Guardiola wins in the end.
Exactly. Right, things are about to get started at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Barça against Rayo, and it feels weird that we haven't beaten this team in the last 5 years.
Very weird, very weird. Especially before, I guess. Again, it was like a 13 consecutive win streak that Barca
One of those
had
that
against
we
Rayo.
built over the years. Yeah, like the one we had against Real Sociedad was ridiculous, and then they beat us last season.
Exactly. So yeah, and I mean, Rayo is one of the more humble sides from Madrid, of course, but somehow they've just managed to make life difficult for Barca, whether we face them away or at home. Like I said at the top of the broadcast, they're a tough nut to crack, and you said that they're not really playing for anything. Again, mathematically, they have not secured, their permanencia, their stay in the first division. They have the 6-point gap, but with
Yes,
Cadiz,
but it's pretty much
But-
done.
but
I'm just hoping that they will relax a bit,
Right.
because last game was the crucial one.
Yeah.
I watched their last game, and they were really motivated. They played one man down nearly the whole game, and they still won, got the job done. So kudos to them. But yeah, I'm going for an easy win today.
Right, well, the game has started. The ball is rolling. Pressure on Pau Cubarsí there as he feeds it back to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Barca playing from left to right. And initiating from the back with Íñigo Martínez. That pairing we've seen over the last few games, Pau Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez, has worked well.
It has worked well.
Here is Ilkay Gundogan playing in the holding midfielder role at the moment. We were predicting Sergio Roberto would start there, but at the moment it seems like Gundogan is the one playing in that position, which is a bit further back in front of the centre-backs. Now Cubarsí looking to play it long for Rafinha's run. Barça in Rayo's half. Sergio Roberto couldn't keep possession. Of course, Rafinha was one of the protagonists of the game in Vallecas for a non-penalty call, which, well, every replay you see, you think, how was that not given?
Exactly. Like, it was the most obvious penalty ever, and we still didn't get it. So I feel sorry for him.
It's one of far too many this season.
Interesting new look for Rafinha.
Good pressing.
Good pressing from Barca. It's one of the things that we've seen over the last couple of games as well. The high press has been well executed by Xavi's players. Lamine Yamal soft into the box. Lewandowski, vamos! What a goal by Robert Lewandowski and Barca with the early start.
Beauty. There you go, you man.
Yes.
There we go.
What a start. What a start. There we go. Where's Spence when you need him? He should be doing his rap right now.
Exactly.
Good.
Spencer Siegel, where are you? He's calling the game from Montjuic, as a matter of fact. Vamos, Barca have scored. Robert Lewandowski with the
I want to see that again.
goal.
What a pass.
Amazing delivery there by Lamine Yamal.
But it all started with high pressing.
High press recovery.
This is what won us the
beautiful.
championship last season.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Beautiful.
It's a wonderfully executed goal. High press recovery. The ball played out wide to the right for Lamine Yamal. The soft cross in. Lewandowski down on his chest, and on the volley, he puts the ball into the back of the net before the 3rd minute of the game. Marc Brau, what a start!
Incredible. We have to say that last season at home game in Camp Nou was the first game of the year. Remember that Barça against Rayo Vallecano was 0-0.
Yeah.
It was incredible. It was impossible to score a goal against Stolet Dimitrievski, who usually plays great games against Barca. Today, only in 2 minutes, Robert Lewandowski has his 25th goal of the season. Isn't bad, isn't it? 25 goals scored by Robert Lewandowski. One of the questions of the quiz could be, maybe Barca Live fans can say, why Marc is not asking who's the top scorer at home this season? It's because it's so obvious. Robert Lewandowski, 18 goals in the league, so close to the top scorer of the league, only 2 goals under Artem Dovbyk. So maybe Robert Lewandowski is motivated to be the top scorer. Be careful, another one.
Here comes another one. Robert Lewandowski through to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal tries to put it over the keeper. Didn't get the right touch. The
idea was
the idea was great, but it curled the wrong way. The attempt of the shot by Lamine Yamal and Marc Brau. I was saying before, there's a remote chance that Robert Lewandowski could end up Pichichi right now. Dovbyk 20. Bellingham and Sorloth 19, Lewandowski 18.
It's not as remote, I think. It's still 2 games. Well, this one and another one. Dovbyk has a difficult game today against Valencia, and Sorloth, of course, against Real Madrid. Of course, also Jude Bellingham can be in the top scorer. But for the moment, Lewandowski has 1 goal. It's just only 2 goals under Artem Dovbyk. And of course, we have to say this. It's an incredible day for Lamine Yamal today. He becomes the most young player to achieve 50 games played with Barca. One more than Boyan, but 2 years under Boyan got this. So it's incredible. 50 games this season for Lamine Yamal, and he has 7 assists this season. Incredible numbers. 7 goals, 7 assists, Lamine Yamal.
Wow.
How
Great
good is
numbers.
he? How good is this kid?
Lamine Yamal. And a set piece opportunity now for Rayo Vallecano. Isi Palazón is going to swing it in. In comes the crossbar. Patrick was waiting for it there.
Yeah, no, you know, in a season where obviously finishing second is something that we're never happy about. There are so many positives that we can take out from this season, and Lamine Yamal being one of them. Those numbers are astonishing. He's just been smashing records time and time again, being the youngest player to score in La Liga, etc.
Careful there, the opportunity, the save by Ter Stegen. By the way, I didn't ask you live chat, with the Lewandowski goal, where are the fist bumps on the live chat? Keep them coming, come on. I'll start them. We need the emojis, we need the live chat to get going.
Good say. And talking about Pichichi, Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen?
With the Zamora?
It's still in play.
It's
Mark,
close.
what's the situation there with the Zamora?
It's close.
It's close, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's close, but it's quite difficult because Unai Simon is in the top 1, and Unai Simon has received 2 less goals than Ter Stegen. But do you know what happened last game? It happened the same as last season Xavi did with Ter Stegen. Do you remember the last game of the seasons that Ter Stegen was substituted in the second half of Iñaki Peña just to keep the record? So it was what happened in Vigo also last game between Celta and Athletic Club de Bilbao, that Unai Simon was replaced by Aguirre Zabala. He didn't receive the goal and is closer to the top Zamora position. Unai Simon, I'm just checking if he's playing today against Sevilla, but it will be difficult if Unai Simon didn't receive more than 3 goals in the last 2 games.
Okay.
Right, well, Barça in possession. What a start to the game. Ideal. I mean, like they say here, para quitarse las legañas, no? How would we translate that?
To start getting in the mood, or
getting in the mood right from the beginning.
Get off to a good start.
Get off to a good start. Yeah, there's no direct translation.
No.
It's just basically to wake up early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get going right after you wake up.
So you mentioned Boyan, and remember when he was getting from Barça B to the first team, we were all like, he's so young, he's such a kid, and now we have this kid, Lamine Yamal, he's breaking all the records.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were talking the other day, as a matter of fact, in the game against Almeria. Almeria had a 15-year-old as well playing. How it's becoming normal to start seeing 15-year-olds, and we did ask the question, like, when are we going to see a 14-year-old now? Because it seems silly on one side, but then again, it seemed silly to talk about 15-year-olds just not very long ago.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, if
you're good, you're
basketball,
good.
Ricky Rubio was 14 when he came professional, right?
yeah.
Maradona was 15. When
He was?
Yeah, he
Okay.
debuted for Newell's Old Boys.
At 15 years of
At
age.
15, yes. So then he moved to Boca Juniors. Once he came to Barcelona, he was already 5 years into his career. So when you're good, you're good. I mean, and Lamine is amazing.
There's another view of the
Beautiful.
goal
The half
by
volley.
Robert Lewandowski.
It reminds
Barca
me
have
of
a chance.
another goal by Levy.
The Sevilla one? Sevilla one last season. It was a bit further back. Careful here of the corner kick.
Yeah, it was Sevilla away, and I think I was at this game. But my memory when it comes to games, I'm sorry, it's horrible, but I think it was this game.
Careful here, because Barca gave the ball away. It was Lamine Yamal. As a matter of fact, under pressure, lost the ball, and then had to commit the foul on Camello. Marbrau, first yellow card of the game.
Third one of the season, so he's not one of the players who had 4 yellow cards today in the pitch. Koundé and Sergio Roberto, if they received the yellow card, he wouldn't be able to play against Sevilla last game.
Careful.
Careful here, an opportunity for Rayo Vallecano. The run by Camello, well defended by Pau Cubarsí. Cubarsí. Just what a find! What a find! In
Another gem.
Another one.
Right.
Just another one. Like I said, yeah, I mean, the positives of this season, the youngsters are at the top of the list. The Pau Cubarsí's, Lamine Yamal's, Fermín López's.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saving the questions like for MVPs of the season. Like,
Yeah,
it's
right.
very difficult to talk about best players of the season when you haven't had a particularly good season, but still I think there are positives to be drawn from this season. And I think when we asked the question to our audience, who was your favorite player, who was the best player of the season, I think we're all going to start going for the young ones.
Yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, the excitement of seeing a young player, especially from the youth ranks, of course, break into the first team, but also have consistent success and just develop into, in the case of, we're talking about Pau Cubarsí, a seasoned defender taking on, big name forwards. We saw him do it in the Champions League against Napoli with Osimhen, even, PSG in the first game in particular, shutting down Mbappe. And it's not just his defending, it's his passing, it's his vision. It's very encouraging, of course, especially looking into the future. So, yeah, I would agree with you absolutely that the young players will probably be on the top of that list. Maybe
I would
Rafinha in terms of numbers as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would definitely go with Lamine Yamal
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Just not because he's a kid. Well, every kid on this level in Barca first team would be amazing, but the role that he got in this team, he's a starter now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
you start the team.
Indisputably.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's-
Started all the big games in this second half of the league, and if you think back to the month of, careful here because we almost gave it away. If you think back to the month of August when the Dembélé situation was still unraveling and you didn't know what the alternative was going to be,
Yes.
because of course we'd seen glimpses of Lamine Yamal last season. We saw the debut against Real Betis, the promising start. He almost scored in that game, I remember, but we didn't know he was going to have
Who
this.
started? I mean, on the right flank we had Rafinha at the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Now it's no longer Rafinha. Rafinha has to adapt to the situation, and that's just the way it is. So he's that kind of a talent. Actually, I remember I went a couple of years ago to watch him live at Barça B game because I heard so much about the kid that I thought, okay, I have to go there and see. And he was playing with kids a couple of years older than him, and he was the MVP.
Gundogan's going to put the cross inside at the far post. Lewandowski.
Oh,
And Barca
close.
will get a corner kick out of this.
do you think that Gundogan will be one of the more underrated ones? One of that kind of flew under the radar?
Yeah.
Because again, number-wise, he's having some of the best numbers of his career.
I think, definitely he's flown under the radar. Careful here because we have a corner kick and it'll be precisely Gundogan who will serve. In comes the cross, high arcing to the far post for Cubarsí to battle for. Barca players with their arms raised want something to be called. Right, before this corner kick is taken, because Lewandowski is always a potential scorer from corners.
Yeah.
Who will be the Pichichi guys in La Liga? I want all threes on the live chat. I don't know why we're giving the other two options, but do you feel there's a chance? Do you feel like there's a chance? Dobvik has 20, Sorloth has 19. We're not giving Bellingham as an option here, and Lewandowski is the final option with 18 goals. Give us some love for Lewandowski on the live chat. We'll see, because as Marbrau said, Dobvik has a complicated
Good
game
clear.
in Mestalla. Now good defending from Rafinha in transition. Marbrau, a corner kick for Rayo.
Yeah, maybe one of the first attempts that Rayo can have in today's game. I'm just checking if they play Dobvik. I have to say that for the moment Bellingham is not playing in Villarreal. Sorloth, yes, he's playing, and Dobvik, of course, is playing in Valencia. And I have another stat to be more optimistic. After the promotion of Rayo Vallecano, only Lewandowski is the only Barca player who scored against them.
Oh.
Because in the first leg it was Lejeune an own goal. Last season, only Lewandowski scored against Rayo, and 2 years ago, Barca didn't score a goal against Rayo. So only Lewandowski knows how to score against Story Dimitrievski.
Well, see if he can do it more than once. He scored his first hat-trick in La Liga not long ago in that game against Valencia. Let's see.
By the way, did you notice The two players tracking back first were the two forwards.
Rafinha and Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about Rafinha. I mean,
Sacrifice.
he's not a
the
perfect
hustle.
player, obviously, but you have to give him that he works very hard
He works his
to
socks
earn
off,
his place
Rafinha.
on the
Definitely
pitch.
careful that shot. Takes the deflection. It'll be another corner kick for Rayo. I see that Real Madrid are already up. So are Real Sociedad.
Goal of Arda Güler. Incredible, this player, Turkish player, scoring in every game. It seems like Bellingham in the first part of the season.
Corner kick for Rayo. The cross inside by Isi Palazón. Barca trying to clear the shot into the hands of Ter Stegen. It almost got away from him. He managed to grab it. And a good chance there for De Frutos. 1-0 Barca. The goal was scored by Robert Lewandowski, who right now has 18 goals in La Liga, is 2 away from the top scorer Artem Dovbyk. There's the last chance for Rayo Vallecano. Caught well by Ter Stegen, who on Thursday became the second keeper with most appearances all time for Football Club Barcelona.
That's right.
Surpassing Andoni Zubizarreta. Soon to come on Barca 1. Great conversation between Andoni Zubizarreta and Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. You'll be able to see it if you subscribe to Barca 1. Are you subscribed yet? If not, why not? But next week, interesting content coming to our platform.
Have you seen it already?
I have not.
No.
I only saw the teaser they released.
Yeah.
But looks like one of those interesting ones, like an in-depth conversation, just very calm. Looking forward to watching that.
Remember that Ter Stegen said the last game against after the beat against Almeria. We asked him about this, and he said that it was a good time. That he had some fun to talking against. To really talk with Andoni Zubizarreta. I'm just checking because Rayo Vallecano has a big attempt, and I know I see the things just a few seconds before you. This is because I didn't know what to say.
No.
Just to review, it's like Ter Stegen had a great conversation with Zubizarreta, and he said, of course, that he had a lot to talk. Remember that Zubizarreta was the one who wants Ter Stegen to come to Barca. So, good story.
He knows his job.
One of the better signings of the 2010s, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen still defending Barca's goal, one of the captains of the team, a Barca icon, to be honest. There's a lovely long ball by Pau Cubarsí, which is going to go straight into the hands of Dimitrievski. You guys remember, Adrian won't because he wasn't on the show, but you remember how last season, after a Barca win, we would pop confetti?
Yeah.
Well, right now, residues of the confetti are still dropping from the ceiling.
Yes.
Look at that.
Just a little
It
reminder.
just floated down. I can see some more over there.
Yeah.
When we've got the aircon on, it gets everything moving.
I see
in the
another
ceiling.
one. Yeah, there's one more.
Look at that.
The blue one.
Look at that.
How timely.
This is just for the benefit of Mauri, our director who loves all of this. Look at that.
Robert, that thumb action never gets old.
It never gets old. Right. 1-0. And
we are talking about goalkeepers, and I want to say one thing clear. Dimitrievski is the guy that wastes the most time ever. Every time I watch him at the stadium, it takes him. I think once we actually counted, we started to count the time.
Yeah.
And it was like 33 seconds, the highest.
Well,
and he never gets a red card, yellow card until like 80th minute or so.
Marbrau, do you like that stat? Because I'm sure you'll have an opinion on that as well. And Dimitrievski will have had the chance to do it in the last games against Barça, because last season it was 0-0, so he had a result to defend, and the previous season it was 1-0 to Rayo, so he will have had time to waste in that one as well. Adrian saying that Dimitrievski is by far the keeper in La Liga that wastes the most time.
I don't have doubts about this. I agree absolutely with what Adrian has said. Yeah, and remember, not just the last game. I remember last season. Remember that in Vallecas. No, it was not last season. It was 2 seasons ago. The last game with Ronald Koeman in the bench. Do you remember that?
Oh
that,
yeah.
Memphis Depay missed the penalty. Was cleared by Stol Dimitrievski. That day, Mateo Laot added 12 minutes for that game, and it was 10 minutes of added time, but he had to put more time because of Dimitrievski loss of time. And of course, what Adrian maybe remembers more, it's the first game, as we said, the first game of the season last year against Rayo, the 0-0 in the Spotify Camp Nou. It was incredible. Obviously, it's a good goalkeeper. It's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But maybe one of the reasons because Rayo Vallecano is not for the moment. Well, with now he will be one more season in La Liga, and I think instead he loses 2 more games, we will keep it. But Rayo Vallecano didn't receive a lot of goals this season. Only 1 more than Barça. The problem is that Rayo Vallecano is the 3rd team with less goals scored. It's not a problem of the goalkeeper. So I think that Dimitrievski, but after all, I have to say, Adrian, I agree a lot with you. He's the man who loses the most time in the league.
Well, you've got the keeper who wastes the most time in La Liga, and your favourite referee, Marbrau, today at the Olympic Stadium. So it's the perfect equation.
Well, it will be the representative of Spain in the Euro 2024.
Oh.
Everything I want to say about this guy.
well, let's hope you can add a little bit more information and context to that later on. Let's see if he gives us any controversy, any controversial decisions. By the way, Adrian, you were telling me before that you and Marbrau don't actually know each other, but you've worked very close to each other in the past.
Yes, we did last season when I did coverage from stadiums all around Spain. I saw him many times near the sideline reporting. So yeah.
Well, Mark's been doing it for
waiting,
years.
Waiting to finally meet him in person, of course.
Next game, we hope, Adrian. Next game.
Yes.
So
Right.
it's a good incorporation, Robert, Adrian, for Barça Live. Eh? It's a
Well,
good sign.
yeah.
Good sign.
Exactly, definitely.
Merci.
We'll definitely talk about some of the content that you produce, which is Barca related. You've got a podcast, you've got an Instagram channel as well. You also post content on YouTube. So Blaugrana community, especially Polish Blaugrana community, you'll want to follow Adrian and his Barca channels, definitely. What in a nutshell, what are you offering the Barca community?
It is Barca content from fan side of Barca. So like totally different what you normally see in social media, because I'm a season ticket holder, so I go to every game. In 5 years I missed, I think, 2 games. Well, this is the second one. So 1 game. I go to a lot of away games. I try to travel with the team as much as I can. Like for Champions League games, I was at 3 away games this season, 4 even.
Tell me it wasn't Antwerp and Shakhtar Donetsk.
It was Shakhtar Donetsk, so in Hamburgo.
I'm so sorry for you.
It was horrible. Yes, it was horrible. And we were freezing in the stadium. I think it was like 8 degrees.
Oof.
So when I came back to the hostel, I just got into shower, warm, very warm shower, just not to get sick. In Antwerp, no, I wasn't there in Antwerp, but I was in Porto when we won, and it took us some time to get actually away game in Champions League, right? So it was happy time, and I've also traveled to Paris, which was, I think, well, still the best game of the season for me, at least. And probably one of the best away games that I've ever been to. So sadly, it didn't end.
It didn't end well, but that was a good, solid performance from Barca.
Yes.
Careful here, because Gundogan's put a ball inside the box. Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side. Lamine Yamal can go one-on-one. Left the ball behind and had to go back to Koundé. There is Lamine Yamal again. He could pull off the shot over the crossbar. A chance there for Barca. In a game that has gone very quiet, it's one of the things that can happen sometimes if you take a very early lead, that game just goes into a slight lull. So I see some hearts on the live chat. Why don't we go blue and red hearts? Guys, some Barca love. Let's try and get the juices going. Let's try and energize the team with some Blaugrana hearts. Blue and red hearts. Marc Brau. We're seeing the game like really with not a lot going on, right?
Yeah, maybe it's because Barça scored very early this game. All the Rayo Vallecano's plan game maybe has changed a lot. We asked Xavi and we listened to him in the warm-up because yesterday Íñigo Pérez, Rayo Vallecano coach, said, I don't know if the translation to English is exactly this expression, but he said in Spanish, we want a close game. A really close game, just referring to make a big defense, a big defensive game. But everything was broken with the goal of Robert Lewandowski. Maybe it's one of the reasons. We have to say that Rayo Vallecano needs only 1 point to keep the category, but at all they will be in the next season. Incredible Lamine Yamal.
Look at Lamine Yamal speeding up, trying to get away from Espino. The inside pass, looking for the oncoming run of Fermín.
But Fermín is always there. Always arriving at the area.
I feel like we haven't really talked about how amazing that performance by Fermín was, displaying all of his skills, because he's energy, he's recovery of the ball, he's high pressure, but he is also those runs into the box, and the praise he got from Xavi, from Sergio Roberto was much deserved.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's such an exciting player to watch. I mean, if he's not one of your favorite players of this team, I don't know who.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't know what is wrong with you.
Change the sport.
He's so versatile. He's so goal hungry as well. Of the 10 goals that he scored in all competitions, he showed his versatility, being lethal both with his feet, but also able to score headers. 30% of those. It sounds a lot, 30%, but yeah, 3 of those 10 goals were headers, like he did in the last game as well. And he's just got a knack for that, like a goal poacher, but also an attacking midfielder with good vision. And it's just that energy. I like the energy that he plays with. In that sense, it's similar to a Gavi.
The
Maybe
closest,
it's the Andalusian blood.
the closest thing we can get to Gavi.
Yeah, exactly. We were saying the other day, he's the Gavi we haven't been able to have this season.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
27
Speaking of
minutes
energy,
late.
sorry, Robert, I wanted to ask Mark, actually, you probably don't have the official figure yet, but you said the game quieted down a little bit, both on the pitch and as well, it feels in the stands. What's the attendance today, Mark? What would you guess? Where would you put it?
I think that for sure will be under the games that we talked about. Of course, it's not more than 50,000 like Napoli, PSG or Real Madrid. And I think it will be also under Betis and Villarreal. I think that maybe we will be quite next to the 40,000. And of course, there's a lot of people very quiet. As I said, everything is changing when you score early, as it happened today. But okay, at the halftime, maybe we can play for this. I will give a number, 40,000. This is my number. If you want to play with me, okay, for me it's easier because I'm in the stadium. But if you want to play, I will be glad to play with you guys.
No, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if it's a lower figure. Tomorrow is a public holiday here as well, of course, so many people do.
Oh, look at that, look at that. Lewandowski making a run towards the box. Lewandowski's going to go one-on-one. Can he score his second? Lewandowski trying to pull the trigger. His shot was blocked. And it was only because he had to, just slow down, take it to his right foot and try to finish that it allowed the defender to get in front of him.
Good run.
Maybe if he directly just used his left leg.
Rafinha is a little bit annoyed because he didn't receive the ball yet. He's looking to Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski said, I'm so close.
I mean, this was, good defending from Rayo there to track back quickly. Quick transition.
Corner opportunity for Barca, looking for the near post there. Gundogan with the cross. Rayo Vallecano managed to clear. It's going to fall to João Cancelo. Right, Barca have had a chance here, so I think we could do the question of who we didn't even have time to do who will score the first goal for Barca. So why don't we do who will score the next goal for Barca? If we can get that question on our screens. We normally go with the 3 up front, but I'm keeping all options open. I'm going to go Lewandowski again.
Yeah?
I'm going to go Lewandowski again.
A brace, okay.
Yeah? I'm going for the brace. What are you going with, Diego?
I'm going to go with Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal?
Lamine Yamal as well. Yes.
Lamine Yamal as well. Okay.
Yes.
We've got 2 Lamines in here. We've got 1 Lewandowski. Marc Brau, if you were to pick a scorer, next scorer for Barca, who would it be?
I would say Rafinha. Rafinha was a little bit annoyed about the last action, so he's very motivated. As you can see, Rafinha is not playing as our left wing. Now it's in the right. Let's go, Rafinha.
Oh,
There goes Rafinha down the right-hand side, nearly shoved over. Tries to get it back to his left foot. Now he goes over.
Foul,
There's no
red.
foul called. He's unhappy about that decision. We are getting 3 options on our graphic there. Who will score the next Barca goal?
How disrespectful has been the assistants. He's very. He has no respect for Rafinha. He's making some gestures. Okay, it begins Gil Manzano show. You said, Robert, that you don't want to talk with it. Okay, this is Gil Manzano show. But I have to say, maybe Rafinha can deserve the yellow card because he was protesting a lot. Okay, but the assistant was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. He's not, and he's making with the hands like quiet. Quiet was. Do you think you are Cristiano Ronaldo or what? What is this is saying? Okay, okay. I have to stop talking because maybe I can talk a lot. How disrespectful is this guy with the player? You have to have respect to Rafinha. Yeah, you.
Rafinha. You saw in the slow-mo replay there, you could read his lips. He was saying, well, it's falta. And like, it's in the previous action when he tries to turn,
the
but
problem
if
is that the assistant
referee
is making gestures to Rafinha with bad words.
Well, you know how Rafinha has to respond there by scoring, Matt Brow.
Oh,
Shot straight on goal. Oh, he almost did.
That would be a perfect response, but
Everyone was expecting the cross, and Rafinha went for goal, Mark.
man.
Yeah, and I think imagine that Rafinha scored a goal.
He took it personal.
Imagine
that was
that
personal.
he will dedicate the goal to the assistant referee.
And then get sent off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Now we have to say that this is very, for the moment, it's not difficult for the referee. And okay, Manzano wants to start the show, but maybe okay, if you protest to the assistant referee instead, he is disrespectful with you. Maybe you are very close to get the yellow card. The second one for Barca team. The first one was for Lamine Yamal. Remember that Rafinha is not one of the players who is very close to the suspension. Just Koundé and Sergio Roberto. It depends.
Well, I've got some answers from the previous question that we had on our screens. Zalan going 3, Fermín for the next scorer. Komi going 2, which was Lewandowski. Ezra Mustafa going Lamine. Quinton Vlaric going Fermín. John Muipatayi going congratulations, Man City fans. Yes, congratulations. Yes, they won the league. Julia D going 3, which is for Fermín. Careful here, there's another option for Barca. I think the ball went out. Oh, is it still in? Fermín trying to keep it alive. It did look quite out. Gundogan to Lamine Yamal, who's going to put the cross inside. Out comes Timothy to punch it away.
The assistant referee is saying that the ball was out.
Now.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's right now. My friend, my little friend, is right because you have to let the action finish.
It's just a wee bit.
Right, anyway.
Okay.
We are 33 minutes into this game. Oh, we just saw what you were saying, Mar, the assistant referee saying to Rafinha, get up, but it was with like a gesture of...
yeah,
disrespect. A little bit. Disrespect. Right, Rayo Vallecano with the long goal kick. Up in the air goes Íñigo Martínez. And after a stretch of the game there where Rayo seemed to be the team who were pushing more for it.
Sorry,
Barca
Robert, we have an important
now.
Goal. Girona scored in Valencia, Savinho. So we need the 3 points if we want to finish seconds.
Yep.
With this goal, we must win if we want to finish finally in the second place. With this Girona's goal in Valencia.
Okay. Well, yeah. They do their job. If we do ours, there's nothing to worry about. No, I was saying that in the last few minutes we have seen Barca playing and attacking in Rayo's half.
Yeah, much more exactly encouraging and daring or purposeful attacks by Barça here, creating definitely some danger on Rayo's goal. That free kick from Rafinha was a beauty. He took it personal there. Like he wanted to get that out of his system. And probably, besides the goal, the best chance, as we see 3.
Yeah, it's one of the things that, I mean, it has been talked about, but I think that's been slightly underrated,
Yeah.
the impact of all the injuries that we've had this season. It's not an excuse, but it's definitely made an impact. You haven't had Gavi for like 75% of the season. Balde's been out for a very long time now. Frankie de Jong's been in and out.
In and
Pedri's been
out.
in and out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, Barca have had
And-
their troubles this season, but
Ter Stegen.
Ter Stegen as
Right.
well.
I think to me it was the season turning
Yeah.
moment for us, unfortunately, because Mark cannot be replaced that easily.
Yeah, it's the
When
team
he's
has
at his best level, no. I mean,
No.
he's one of the top keepers in the world, definitely.
And
I
last
think
season,
you're right,
remember
Robert,
last
though.
season he was
Oh, careful
amazing.
here. Rayo Vallecano winning the ball back. Oof, Pantesis with the recovery and going straight for goal.
not very close though.
Not very close, though. No. But a warning there for Barca. Obviously, we always know, we've seen enough games of football. 1-0 is
Yeah.
never a result to get complacent with. Not even 2-0, really.
No, not even 2-0.
10 minutes to go in this first half. Al-Kubarsi playing from behind.
But it does make you wonder, though, how would the season have panned out? You know, had the squad been healthy, seeing a player like Gavi miss the entirety or such a large portion of the season.
If the referees were refereeing
I was gonna
like how they should,
yes.
like with the Rafinha chance that we talked about
Or-
earlier.
Goals that were
Rafinha
scored
one,
that-
There were
of course,
many.
the Gavi one
Yeah.
at the beginning of the
course.
Yes,
season
exactly.
against Getafe.
Getafe, yeah.
Ghost goals. Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah. No, there's obviously a whole lot of issues, but then those more critical would say, well, points dropped against Granada in both games, points dropped in Mallorca, points dropped against Rayo Vallecano.
Granada was also the disallowed goal, right?
The disallowed goal, yeah, yeah.
Which was completely understandable, incomprehensible, rather.
Yellow card for Kubarsi.
Yeah, yellow card for Kubarsi and a chance at the set piece for Rayo Vallecano. So yeah,
It's been a frustrating.
it's been a frustrating season in all different aspects, and we'll have to trust the team to take the summer and improve and have a better season next
No.
year. Lejeune there with a
Okay.
he was going for.
what
He
the
can
NFL
take them.
kick. Yeah.
He
I have
can
a
take
story
them
to
every
s-
time.
I have a story to explain. Maybe he remember when Barcelona Dragons, an American football team, played in this stadium.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. Jesus Mariano Angoy played
Yeah,
for it.
Jesus Mariano Angoy, a former Barca goalkeeper, played in that team. They play right now, but I think that the Dragons played in Reus, in a village near from Tarragona. And it was, I remember it was before Espanyol playing here. I think it was
Late 90s,
35. Yeah, in the 90s.
Late
Yeah,
90s.
and American football was played here.
Is the point that you're getting to, Manuel, that there may be Barcelona Dragons scouts in the stadium and they might want to sign Florian Lejeune?
Well, maybe. Maybe, but I won't say anything. But maybe the second kickoff, the second kick maybe can be goal. So I want to say nothing.
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
no,
this.
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
jinx
true.
anything. Let's be respectful.
Let's not jinx it.
Lejeune will obviously
Let's don't do the same as the assist referee did
get
to
Lejeune
Rafinha.
angry, yeah. Well, I mean, he'll be angry enough that he was the one who scored the own goal in Vallecas that prevented his team from winning.
That-
So he'll definitely have a sense of wanting to turn that around. Corner kick for Barca.
A nice play by Lamine again. I like that he got Kunde involved because it's not always the case.
Not because
Kunde has been rock solid
he's sometimes
defensively,
reluctant to go
mostly.
deep, Kunde, as well,
Yeah.
isn't he? We've seen him do it, but not on a consistent basis.
Maybe that's because he's not a natural
Well-
fullback. He's a center back in the end, right? So mostly he switched the position, but it's not his natural position.
Well, we heard a lot of noise last year and at the beginning of this season, didn't we, Mark, about Koundé? Well, he obviously prefers to play as a centre back, but he's one of the options to play at right back. I think it's almost like become natural now that he's the right back for this team and even maybe the French national team, right?
Yeah, he played in this position in the World Cup, and for sure he will play in this position in the next Euro. So, and I think it's a great session played by Koundé. I think he was quite solid, especially the second part of the season.
Yeah.
I think he's one of our best players.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Can I
There's been
say
an
something?
improvement.
I think he's a better right back than centre back. To me, personally, I'm not an expert, not a coach.
I think he's so solid at centre back, but he's been formidable at right back as well.
Look at him
By the
now
way,
trying to go deep. Oh, Lamine Yamal is going to put the
Did you
cross
guys
in.
notice the near goal Olímpico that Rafinha
Yeah.
just nearly sneaked in there?
Yeah. No, Rafinha's definitely taken the yellow card personally as an omission now.
I have to say that Sorloth scored. Villarreal is under Real Madrid in the score, as we can say in the screens. Villarreal 1, Real Madrid 2, but the goal of Villarreal was scored by Sorloth. So now we have equalizing.
20-20?
Yeah, 20-20 between Sorloth and Dopic.
But it still doesn't change anything. I mean, Lewandowski has to keep on scoring
Exactly.
anyway.
This is
to
the-
just
This is a good view.
yeah.
The most optimistic view, yeah.
We try to keep the positive attitude.
Very good.
Right now, Dobbik 20, Sorloth 20, Bellingham 19, Lewandowski 18. And Bellingham, you said Mark is not playing for Real Madrid today.
No, and it's better because Real Madrid has scored the third one.
Oh,
In the screens we see 1-2, but I say in my app that it's 1-3.
okay.
And none of those goals were scored by Bellingham because he's not playing. For the moment, we have to say that in the RAM, there's no great news for the moment with the results. Cádiz will be relegated today, and Real Sociedad is winning against
So
Betis,
great.
so Real Sociedad will play Europa League with these scores.
Well, that's one of the things with today's unified schedule, the simultaneous, well, careful here, with Sergi Roberto trying to create a chance here for Barça. It's one of the simultaneous match days with the least at stake
right.
that we've seen in years, right?
I mean,
It's always practically all decided. I
Yeah.
mean,
Almeria, Granada has been decided.
and Cádiz is coming into this match day. The chances of them staying in the first division were very remote anyway.
yeah.
But Champions League
European
positions
spots.
are practically, yeah.
But it's a good thing. I mean, sorry, with all respect to Cadiz fans, the city is beautiful, but the way they played this season was horrible. I wanted every time I watched, I wanted to stick something
You
in my
sound
eyes.
like Spencer Siegel, who says that the teams that play boring football should be the ones to go down. You
It's
should
not
be-
even boring.
you-
Boring is not even a word I would use. It's not football.
It's not football. I know. I mean, I like the take.
It's La Liga.
It's like
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, 42 minutes and a half played, 2.5 to go until half time. Barca are 1-0 up. Lewandowski scored the goal. Will there be another goal before half time? Let's see.
It's a great start, and from then we're
Had
still
a couple of
waiting.
chances.
Maybe now.
Rafinha, can he get the cross in to Lewandowski? The header by Lewandowski over the crossbar. And I think the ball went over the line before Rafinha put in the
I
cross.
think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
This
Rafinha
time-
doesn't think
this time
so.
it did. No.
Yeah,
Well,
and Rafinha is also staring our little friend.
I love it. I like this.
Killer look.
I'm gonna search the name of my
I
friend
think it was out.
just to remember how bad is he. Sorry, I don't want to say that. I thought that my microphone was down. Sorry.
Well, let's try the goal line technology.
So this
right?
one it's
Yeah.
Nevado
Right.
Rodriguez. Snow Rodriguez. Snow
Nevado
Rodriguez. The translation.
We never get the names of the
No.
assistant referees. Well, we do on the
Rodriguez.
graphics. Yeah,
Yeah.
they get credited.
Rodriguez is one of my surnames too, but I can confirm that we're not family at all. So
Well,
Look.
so it's a fairly
Definitely not
common,
after this game.
It's a fairly common surname, so yeah. Right, left on the left-hand side, the ball, the throw in straight into the box, and Rayo Vallecano will have a corner kick as Camillo protected his position well. Barça rejected the ball for a corner kick. Could be the final opportunity of the first half for Rayo. Isi Palazón will take the corner kick.
This is one of the players of Rayo that scared me a lot because Isi, when he has a good day, when he's in the vibe, he's really a differential player. And this season he wasn't that great. He had some personal problems as well, but all in all, he hurt us before.
He's done it before. And,
Yeah.
Careful here with the cross coming in by. You see the header.
Okay.
High up over the crossbar.
The fourth referee is ready, just to show the other time.
Yeah.
We have 15 seconds to say. I'm gonna with 2.
1. I'm going just 1 minute to goal.
Oh, the extra time? Yeah, I think 1 minute.
Yeah.
No more than that.
I'm saying 2.
But they, Rayo still has some firepower on their
The
bench.
fourth
as well,
referees
no?
have some
Falcao,
problems.
Raúl de Tomás.
We're in
not
45.
having-
The fourth referee, the only thing he has to do in the first half, and he's not doing. Come on, guy.
We're having trouble. We're having
can.
trouble with the.
You can, and
With the ball there.
it's 1 minute. I'm just saying 2 just to play, but of course it's just 1 minute for the goal.
Because we're leading, so Dmitrevski doesn't waste time.
Exactly.
That's why it's just 1 minute.
And there haven't really been a whole lot of goal kicks for Rayo Vallecano either. So he hasn't had much of a chance to waste time anyway. So final seconds of this first half, which got going really early with the Lewandowski goal. Koundé playing a long ball. Lewandowski will chase, but Mumin can play it back to Dmitrievski. A long clearance by the Rayo goalkeeper.
Half-time.
Long ball played forward.
There you go.
Half-time at the Olympic Stadium. Thank you, Margra. We'll talk to you during half-time. It is 1-0 as the players head into the dressing rooms. Robert Lewandowski scored in the 2nd minute of the game after a lovely soft cross by Lamine Yamal. Down on his chest and on the volley, Lewandowski put it into the back of the net. After that, not a whole lot has happened, to be honest. A couple of chances. Rafinha had one, Lewandowski had one as well. Barça could have doubled their lead. But as I've said, 1-0 at half-time. Give us your thoughts on the live chat. Thumbs up or thumbs down for the first half? I'm going to go thumbs up because we said that Barça needed to do a job here.
Yeah,
And the job
exactly.
is getting done. So thumbs up.
That's
Diego.
it. 100% thumbs up. Important today is the result. Get those 3 points, secure second spot. Job is halfway done.
Adrian.
Thumbs up. So far, it's going well. So no 2 thumbs up like you did, but the job is not done. But it's it's going well so far.
It is that typical match day 37 game when there's not a lot going for it.
Yeah, exactly. You sense that in the air. The crowd as well is quite subdued today, and 45 more minutes to go, and then we can start focusing on the next season ahead.
Yeah, the stadium seems quite quiet
Yes.
today. I mean, we can't hear it very well, like we would like to, but I think the atmosphere is quite mild.
Well,
I would
let's
say.
hope we get a couple more goals in the second half. See if someone gets their prediction right as well, and give the fans something to celebrate in the second half. We're going to take a quick break here, show you some of the content that you can find on Barça One, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes with a bit more first half analysis. Stay tuned.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
Vull el millor per a aquest club. I el sento, m'han fet ser així a casa. A casa tots som culers i sigui a dins del club o fora, estaré remant sempre perquè tot vagi bé.
La primera está haciendo la primera.
Rivera.
Que sí. Rivera.
Do you remember the challenge you proposed in the blue and red program?
A canoe race in the Olympic Canal?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Caroline Graham Hansen always knew what she wanted to be when she was older.
En quin partit vas trencar el rècord del jugador més jove en anotar un gol a la Lliga?
Granada.
Barça-Cádiz, ganada-Barça, Barça-Leche.
Ganada-Barça.
Está muy fácil.
Hombre, si
Yo he metido 2 goles.
se te queda ahí y la empujas ahí.
Back to his right, the cross by Cancelo. Oh, Lamine Yamal opens the scoring for Barça.
What was my dream when I was a kid? I explained it in the Dare to Play series. A classic ballet dancer, astronaut, scientific, and scientific in ice bears. B and C is correct.
Yeah, I would say astronaut.
Astronaut?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would guess this.
Yeah, I think I said like B and C, like astronaut and...
Both of them?
Yeah.
Aye.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had 2 things I was going to be. I was an astronaut and I'm going to be a scientist on ice bears, so...
Quin contingut del Barça, Barça One protagonitzo amb Gemma Mangual? A. Descobrim Barcelona. B. Orígens. C. Ferran Torres somiant junts.
Origen.
No. Tío, qué paquete, loco.
Estas preguntas que son...
Descobrim Barcelona.
Madre mía.
T'he portat a la confraria de pescadors del Port de Barcelona perquè aquí està l'origen de la Barceloneta.
Do you remember all the goal scorers in the Champions League final against Chelsea?
Yeah, Aitana, Alexia, me, and our own goal.
Yeah.
Encara Martens, línia de fons, Martens! Gol!
En quin poble d'Uruguai va néixer Ronald Araujo? És el lloc on hem anat a gravar el seu capítol de la sèrie Orígens. A. Rivera. B. Picamero. C. Tuacanrembo.
Picamero.
No.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
What was the result of the historic game against Real Madrid in the Champions League that marked the greatest assistance in the women's match? Like highest attendance.
When we played in Camp Nou?
Yeah, highest attendance. What was the score in this game? Against
Either 4-2 or 5-2. Is it 5-2? Yeah, correct.
Very good.
Nunca en la historia del fútbol femenino se había congregado tanta gente en un estadio para ver un partido de fútbol.
A Barça One pots trobar els millors moments de Lamine Yamal al futbol formatiu del Barça. Amb quina edat vaig arribar a la Masia?
Però dime.
A. 8 anys. B. 9. C. 7.
7. ¡Oh, buena, tío!
Suerte tienes.
Sé de ti mucho, Sé de ti más que tú.
Otro partido en el cual marcas, ya llevas varios goles en las 3 jornadas. ¿Cómo te sientes en este inicio de temporada? Mejor imposible, ¿no?
Sí, estoy bien, pero voy a intentar mejorar.
Cuando pienso en mis orígenes, sí que tenía ese sueño de poder ser jugador de fútbol, pero no me imaginaba que podía llegar a un equipo top como el Barça.
Vull el millor per a aquest club. El sento, m'han fet ser així a casa. A casa tots som culers i sigui a dins del club o fora, estaré remant sempre perquè tot vagi bé.
Right, it is half-time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. 1-0 the score. Rob Lewandowski was the goal scorer in that chase for the Pichichi. Right now he has 18 goals in La Liga. A first half with a couple more opportunities for Barca, and the conclusion that we came to is that, look, at the moment we're getting the job done.
Yeah, and let's not forget against a team that has been in recent years hard to beat. The important thing here is the 3 points, consolidate the second position, finish off the season at home on a high, and beating a team that we haven't managed to beat in the last 5 games.
Adrian, what have you liked from Barca in this first half?
Well, the first 2 minutes, I think is the answer.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I like that we control the ball. Like Rayo doesn't really get that many chances. I mean, they had some shots, but they were far off. So this is, I would say, the most positive thing about the first part.
Yeah.
But I would like to have more intensity in the game, more, yeah, we need to get more goals because we're not calm. I'm quite nervous still.
Yeah, you can't trust the 1-0 result, like we were saying. No.
Can't trust it. You've got the Girona game going as well. Sabinho scored in that game, and well, you never know what can happen. So you need to get your job done as well. We saw a couple of, I saw a couple of other things that I enjoyed as well. The Rafinha getting going because of the linesman, and then that lighting a fire within, creating a couple of chances for himself. Lamine Yamal also with a couple of positive contributions.
Yeah, I agree as well with Adrian said, the intensity. We saw it pick up sort of in the second part of the first half, thanks to Rafinha taking things personal and then taking it to Rayo's defense. Fermín as well, thinking that Fermín López is one of those responsible for an intensity pickup, and hopefully in the second half we can see more of that throughout these remaining 45 minutes.
It's one of those difficult ones today, but we always ask you on the live chat, and I asked them as well, who was the best player of the first half? 3 options, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski or Rafinha. I'm going with the 3 up front, really and truthfully, which is where things have happened for Barca.
I mean, the easy pick is the goal scorer.
Let's pick the goal scorer. I mean, again, I have to represent my countrymen.
I'm liking Rafinha as well a lot, though, in this game.
Yeah, Lewandowski had that second chance as well, which was well blocked by the Rayo Vallecano defender. Maybe could have set it up for Rafinha, but well, a top-class finish, by the way, by Robert Lewandowski. I don't think we've talked enough about it, maybe.
Yes.
On the half volley.
And I think it was the Sevilla away game when he did the same.
The Sevilla game is a long cross
other.
from midfield by Koundé, brings it down on his chest, and then it's that half volley as well. Maybe a bit further out, not as close to the goal, but there are parallels with it, definitely.
It's funny, it kind of reminded me of, and I'm going way back here, but you're going to remember for sure, the Rivaldo hat-trick, where Frank de Boer chips it, and I think it's Baraja that tries to get his head to it, just misses it. I forget which Rayo defender it was, but it was it just went over his head, tried to get a touch to it, and then it's the, touched it with his chest. And
Rivaldo pulled off the actual chilena from the edge of the box, the bicycle kick from the edge of the box. But anyway, a great goal by Robert Lewandowski, a candidate for best player of the first half. We'll read some of your comments. Marbrau, who was the best player of the first half for you?
Well, of course, we have to say Robert Lewandowski because he scored an important goal after all we explained about the games against Rayo Vallecano. 5 consecutive games without beating them since their return to La Liga 2 years ago. And of course, Robert Lewandowski generated a lot of attempts. But we have to talk about also, I think, about Rafinha and the way that he moves inside the pitch. He was also so close to score another free kick just at the end of the first half, and the energy he puts, of course, on the field. So if I'm going to get a vote, maybe I have to vote Robert Lewandowski because the importance of the goal makes now Barca in the second place mathematically. I want to say it, mathematically second in the league because Girona is winning in Valencia right now after a goal scored by Sabinho. So it's so important for Barca to score more goals if we want to put today the final position in the standings, and we're going to make with no objectives or with no importance the game against Sevilla in the standings. We have to say that I have news for him. I said during the show that maybe the attendance today will be closed for 40,000. I have to say it's less than 40,000 people. 35,823 fans are today in the standings. Of course, it's not one of the best attendance of the season, but it's the last one in this difficult season because it's the first one Barca out of Spotify Camp Nou. And just to say another extra stats, or more than stats, I want to say names. I have to take a look to the bench just to remember what kind of players can enter in the second half. Remember that today we recover Ronald Araujo, and in the bench, the players that I can say right now that they are warming up, all those players are Ronald Araujo, Ferran, Pedri, Iñaki Peña, João Félix, Christensen, Marcos Alonso, Oriol Romeu, Vitor Roque, Diego Kochen, and Héctor Ford. Those are the players that can have some options in the second half. Remember that as the same that happened in the first half, all the games played in this evening has to start at the same time. So maybe we can have the same image that we have in the first part of the game. Remember that for 5 minutes the players were warming up in the field with all the referees in the position, but we have to wait until all the games are ready to start in the second half. For the moment, Robert, we'll have more news from here. And remember to stay tuned here, because in this position, when my camera, Paul, will turn up the camera, we will see the bench. So if you don't mind, I'm going to the position, because I really want to have the best look of the pitch. So this is my position. It's quite difficult just to see Paul, because I really want you to know who's behind the camera. So Paul, come with me. Come with me. Yeah. I just want to present you to all the Barça Live fans. Okay.
And have him give us his prediction.
Yeah. Here, Paul. How are you, Paul? You can speak in Catalan. It doesn't matter.
I'm fine, thanks.
What do you want to say? I want your score, Paul, your prediction. What do you think will be the final result? Quin resultat hi haurà?
3-1.
3-1, he said. He's so optimistic. So, as you can see, this guy, because of this guy, you get all the images, all the reactions that we will have here in Barça Live, in Barça 1. It's because of him. Because I can ask things, I can put the microphone, but if the camera doesn't work, nothing happens. So this is the guy, Paul. Thank you. This is the guy, Robert.
Give us live a round of applause for Paul Cuyas.
Yeah.
A round of applause.
Come on. No, just come on. We have the screen, and you can listen. Yeah, put this. More claps, please. We have to repeat. This is for you, Paul.
Thank you.
Vamos, Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
I'm starting the clapping emojis on the live chat, Marbrau.
Yeah, okay. This is why. Sometimes we have to say the technical people is so important. Of course, all the techniques that are in Barça studios in the relation. I don't know how to say it, but in the regie that we have there, so important. But
the control room, yeah.
The control room, yeah. But if we don't have Paul, we don't have reactions, we don't have images, we don't have warm up, we don't have Xavi's images in the bench. So he deserves the clap. So, okay, Paul, if you want, we're just stopping to talk about you, so you can turn the camera and just give the reaction. So, what I want to show you, this is my papers. So, sometimes you said, do you
There's
want
a lot of
to-
information, Mark.
Yeah. A lot of information, yeah. I'm getting nervous. No, it's just because I ate something in the halftime, and it's
You
like
talk way too much, yeah.
Yeah, and I have in the other part on me. Okay, so we can return the connection for this. It's been taking a long time, the connection in the halftime. So we can.
You've given us a huge break, Mark.
Yes.
By the way, do you have any of our community managers over there?
No. But we'll have Pau. You can come with him, please. But I have another one. How, Pau? How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. And you? How are you?
What's your prediction for today's game? What do you think will be the score?
We're going to win 3-0.
3-0, okay. It's the same as me. Great job, Pau. Because, Pau is the one. It's not the cameraman, but if everything works, it's because of him. He's the guy who put all the connections, everything. When something is working, is because of him. So as you can see, I'm not alone in the pitch, guys. I'm not alone. So now Barça players are inside the pitch. So after this incredible performance that we have here in Montjuic, we can return the connection to you guys.
Round of applause for Marbrau and all the staff working there. And well, Mark has been showing us everyone that works at Montjuic, so why don't we do the same here in the studio? Why don't we do this? Right, you've got Arnau there, you've got Joanet, the floor manager. Joanet, quan quedem? 1-0, no goals in the second half.
No goals, thanks, Joanet.
Thank you. It's going to be a great second half. Yeah. Yeah, no. But there's a lot of people working behind the scenes here as well. Ledesma as well, Carlos Ledesma. There we go. Round of applause for all of the team, all of the Barça Live team. On this last game of the season. There we go. Round of applause for everyone. And everyone in the control room as well, making this show possible. We have so much fun doing it and supporting Barça through the good times and the bad as well. It's not fun, obviously, when the bad times happen, but we have to be here.
Hey,
a las buenas y a las malas.
Of course.
A las buenas y...
Contra todo y todos. But yeah.
Mauri, com es diu en català, això? I can't remember. No,
okay.
Mauri doesn't know either, okay.
Through thick and thin, man. Like,
a las duras y a las maduras.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Through thick and thin.
Más y mejor next season, and you know, Barça fans for life. That is ups and downs.
It's part of it's sport. It's sport.
It is.
In sport, I mean, think about all the other leagues that you follow. Being, I don't know, being a Boston Celtics fan, and they're such a huge franchise. For how long they haven't won an NBA title?
Yeah.
We've been spoiled here.
We have been spoiled. We have been spoiled
here. That's not to say that we're getting complacent and that we're going, oh well, you know. It is what it is. No. We want our team to be better, and we hope we will be better next season. As there's been a substitution, Marbrau, at half-time.
Rayo Vallecano, maybe you can help me because I have the player who's inside. It's Ratio, maybe. Is it right back? Do we have
We'll have to
Spino?
see.
No, it's not the right back. Yeah,
Well, for Barca, it's Christensen for Sergio Roberto. We know as much as that.
Yeah, this is the substitution on Barça. We can confirm now if there's another substitution on Rayo Vallecano because I see a player going quickly inside. Yeah, Sergio Roberto is out. Remember that Sergio Roberto played also against Almeria last Thursday, and this is maybe one of the reasons because Xavi makes some changes. Remember that in Almeria, Sergio Roberto had a hit in the leg in the end of the game.
True.
And maybe it can be one of the reasons that he was substituted, but Christensen is inside, so this is the first substitution in Barca, and just Pulse, tell me something.
Looks like Pedri is
getting some treatment.
Get ready to come on, getting some treatment and getting ready to go and do the warm-up.
Maybe he will be possibility one of the second substitutions, but I have to say that maybe in Rayo Vallecano there's no substitution finally, so only one. Christensen in, Sergio Roberto out, and as I said in the halftime, this is the same situation that we live in the first half, that all the players are ready to play, and one of the best referees of the world, Gil Manzano, says that we can start the second half.
Thank you for that. And yep, second half has started. First possession for Rayo Vallecano, and as Pau Garcia clears there, I look at the screen and continue to be in disbelief with just the season that Real Madrid have had, and I really don't want this to turn into all praise for Real Madrid, but I mean, you do have to credit them for being there every weekend, maybe sometimes with a bit of help, but just sometimes, but still, 4-1 in Villarreal when they've already won the league.
Yeah, it's they are the yin to the yang, right? I mean,
I mean, it's almost unprecedented. They've lost just one game in the league. I'm in disbelief.
So
anyway,
if not for Atletico, they would go.
Exactly.
Go unbeaten whole season.
Well, how often do we not see it when you know things on one side are a little bit more tumultuous and things aren't going so well, the other side seems to be hitting a stride. It's the yin-yang thing.
If you want a bit of encouragement, it was almost the same last year, the other way around.
Exactly.
Like we were the ones winning every game 1-0 seemingly.
They were 14 points
Real
behind.
Madrid let go of the league in January. And it just goes to show, if you want to be hopeful, how things can flip one way and who's to say they don't flip the other way.
Let's hope so.
We have news for here, guys. we have warming up players. Paul is giving the image, so we have Pedri, João Felix, and Araujo, the Uruguayo, as you can see in the screens behind you. And now, Barça Live fans, you can see Ronald Araujo warming up. Remember that he couldn't play the last game against Almeria. In the press conference before that game, Xavi explained that he has a little bit of pain. He didn't say exactly what part he has pain, but we saw him with something in the right knee. But today he has nothing there, and maybe he's can be one of the players who can enter in the second half. Of course, Pedri and João Felix are warming up, but I think it's good news that Ronald Araujo is absolutely recovering for maybe these things that cannot be playing in the Almeria last game.
Okay, we'll see which players come on out of the three who are warming up. Who would you like to see on the pitch? Is it Pedri? Is it Araujo? Is it João Felix? I'm going to go Pedri. I'm just hoping that, well, not really now for this season, that we can get to see the best version of Pedri once again, once next season gets going.
Yeah, absolutely. It's again, you hate to see such a awesome talent his progression gets stunted by injuries.
and not light ones neither. And you know, a healthy Pedri is
great news for Barca.
Great news for Barca, absolutely.
Here's Rafinha inside the box trying to break free. Gets it to Fermín on the edge of the box. Barca scrambling there to keep possession.
Yeah.
Now Lamine Yamal on the right-hand side. Lamine, the standstill position, tries to go deep. Back to Koundé. Koundé trying to feed it through to Lamine Yamal, and Rayo Vallecano will recover the ball here. Careful with their transition play.
We have an important goal.
Easy.
We have an important goal. I never thought that I'm going to say this, but it's bad news that Real Madrid received a goal. You know why?
Because Sorlo scored.
Yeah, because Sorlo scored. So now Sorlo is the top scorer of the league. 21
That's
goals.
another thing that you never thought you would say.
Yeah, yes. maybe 3 goals up.
How crazy is that?
I have to say that it's very surprising because last season Sorlo, I think he played okay, good. He played well with Real Sociedad, but he was not one of the best strikers of the league. And in a season that Villarreal didn't play and didn't make nothing important.
No.
Okay, yeah, Villarreal scored him 5 goals. Scored here 5 goals, and Sorlo scored the winning goal in 90 minutes. But okay, for me, it's very surprising that Sorlo can become the top scorer of the league.
Yeah, I wonder when the last time was you got a Pichichi of a team that finished mid-table.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
I've got another interesting one for another interesting question for Marbral, but I need something to happen in this game before I ask him. But yeah, like, who was the last lowest ranked Pichichi in La Liga in terms of like where his team ended up?
Maybe let's ask the chat. Maybe someone.
Yeah, ask the chat
knows?
or ask Marbral, because I mean we've had so many years of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo before now.
Right.
And before it was Lewandowski, and it was Benzema as well.
Yeah.
So Marbral, like, who's the last Pichichi of the league that was like not
in
at
title
least in the La Liga winner or the runner-up?
Yeah.
I don't remember the order, but it has to be Forlán, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Forlán, and maybe, I don't know if Guiza, maybe. Do you remember that player?
Yeah, Dani Guiza.
Dani Guiza and Forlán had to be. I don't remember the order.
There was 1 year with Salva Ballesta as well, but that's going further back.
Ballesta, yeah, Raúl, of course. Christian Vieri, I think we remember he had a great, and of course Ronaldo. Ronaldo scored 34 goals in 1997. And Barça did not win that league.
But Barça was second.
Yeah, but Barça was second, yeah. But it has to be Forlán, maybe.
Yeah,
Forlán's
a good call.
Dani Guiza, Salva
For
Ballesta.
Villarreal.
I was going to say Villarreal or Atletico, yeah.
Yeah.
Sí.
So, yeah, curiously enough. Forlán was the year when Samuel Eto'o was chasing it, right, Mark? And there was that 3-3 draw at the Camp Nou.
Yeah. With Barça, that was a champ. Be careful.
Careful here, Lamine Yamal. Oh, the lovely pass by Fermín. Lamine inside the box. Can he set it up? Oh! What a chance wasted there. Lovely link up between the two youngsters. You were saying, Mark?
Yeah, and I had this time just to search for things, so be careful.
Is there another opportunity here?
What happened there?
What happened there?
Yeah, I have to say that, no, Diego Forlán won twice the Pichichi Trophy, and it was the last one, as we said, it was in 2009, the first treble of Barça with Pep Guardiola.
Yeah.
Messi was not the top scorer of that league.
No, the goals were very shared out between Eto'o, Henry, and Messi, I remember.
Yeah, and before Forlán was Dani Guiza, and then Ruud van Nistelrooy, Eto'o, Forlán, the season that you said, Robert, 2004-2005, the fight between them. And the other one was Roy Mackay, 2003. It was not the season that Depor won the league. It was 3 years after that. But we have incredible names. Diego Tristan, of course, with Depor.
Nista was also a
Vieri. Yeah, no. Mista was not a Pichichi.
Oh, Mista was the
top scorer of that Valencia. Yeah,
he was the top Spanish scorer in La Liga, but he wasn't the Pichichi. I think that the best parallel would probably be Dani Guiza, right? A team that's mid-table and have the Pichichi being.
Because Villarreal finished where?
Where are Villarreal in the table right now?
No, now I think they're ninth.
Nearly there. That almost became the second goal, but Cancelo called for the foul before pulling off the shot. Right, where are Villarreal now in the table? They are...
Another goal by Sorloth.
Oh!
3-4.
Wow.
Incredible. Hat-trick, we don't see now in the screens, but as I said, I have an app just to follow all the scores. I have to say that I miss that times that all the games are played at the same time. I like this. I don't know if in your countries, Diego and Adrian is the same, but here in Spain, we had a lot of radio shows with all the goals. I don't know, how do you remember this?
You had like the 5 o'clock kickoffs going on simultaneously, and you had the radio shows which were going from one stadium to the other, giving you updates, giving you all the latest, celebrating all the goals, and it was amazing. That, I mean, it was a way of growing up listening to football rather than watching it as well.
Yeah,
and it was a great. To listen to those shows.
Now, Robert, you said in the first half an expression, remote options for Lewandowski, and I said to you, not remote. Now I can say remote options, because Sorloth is 22 goals, 4 up to Lewandowski.
A hat-trick against Real Madrid. I mean, that game was 4-1 at half-time. It is now 4-3 to Real Madrid. And Sorloth has scored a hat-trick against them.
Oh. So Forlan was 2009,
Forlan
right?
was 2009, yeah.
So let's call
15
him
years?
the most random Pichichi. Well, if he becomes a Pichichi, it's not over yet.
But
he would be, I think, in 10 years, at least 15. Yes.
15, because that was the league that Barca won with Pep Guardiola, and we're celebrating the 15th anniversary of it. We celebrated the 15th anniversary of the Copa, 15th anniversary of the Liga, and on the 27th of May, the 15th anniversary of Rome, when Messi elevated high, floated in the air, headed it over Edwin van der Sar.
Beauty.
That it's 15 years since that makes me feel
this is
old and
probably
sad.
my favorite goal by Leo Messi. He scored so many great goals, but I think this might be
the goal in the final in Rome.
Yes,
it's
one
one
of
of
the
my
celebration, the kiss and the boo.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites as well, because I've always defined that goal as one that is designed to be seen in slow motion because of the way he elevates and hangs in the air. And then heads it over Edwin van der Sar.
They were criticizing Messi as well as like, oh, he's not good in the air. He's not good in the air. There was that narrative.
Let me show you.
Exactly.
And also, who was the defenders? Ferdinand Vidic, top of the form, and Van der Sar.
Yeah, good times, eh? 15 years ago.
In the past, right?
Sorry?
Was it Puyol with the assist?
It was Puyol, yeah. No, sorry, no. Puyol recovered the ball back to Xavi, and our now coach Xavi Hernandez was the one who put a perfect cross in for
we have it there.
Leo Messi.
It's true that he was like suspended in air.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. The Messi goal in Rome.
Such a beauty.
15
those
years.
were the times, eh, Robert?
15 years though. I mean, it's gone by. Anyway, because you were saying before, Adrian, careful, because Lamine Yamal's recovered. Let's see if Barca can create the opportunity. Oh, lovely turn by Lamine Yamal, trying to connect with Lewandowski.
If only that pass
shame there that Barca couldn't keep going. You were saying, Adrian, that you arrived in Barcelona the year of the treble.
Yeah.
And you thought, oh, this is going to be like this every year, right?
Yeah. Well, I thought. So, stupid me, right? But
we'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it. But my story is that well, careful here with Barca on the edge of the box. Was there a foul? No. Rafinha went tumbling over. There's no call. Careful now in transition. The opportunity. Álvaro García inside the box. Saved by ter Stegen. Almost mad. Why don't we give some appreciation on the live chat to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. We call him ter Stegen Airlines. You know what to do. Airplane emojis on the live chat. I'm going to get it started here. As Marc, there are substitutions coming for Rayo Vallecano, right?
Yeah, we confirmed that finally the half-time Rayo Vallecano did not make any substitutions, so two players are going to enter. I don't see at all what players can be, but now the game is quite similar for the last games that Barca played against Real Sociedad and Almeria. Scored in the first half, and then against Almeria not at all, but against Real Sociedad we had to wait until the last minute just to confirm the 3 points. So Barca we hope to score another goal, because Rayo Vallecano had shown how difficult it can be to beat them. It was a great action by Ter Stegen. Álvaro García scored the goal that allowed Rayo Vallecano to win in Spotify Camp Nou 2 years ago. So it's a great player. For the moment, Rayo Vallecano will not make the substitution, but I can say that it will be 3 changes in Barça. Araujo, João Félix, and Pedri will enter.
Okay. Mark, you didn't give me the update. I've been given an update. The chances for Lewandowski to beat Pichichi are even more remote, if you understand what I'm saying.
That is
another
insane.
goal by Sorloth.
Another goal, 4-all.
Jesus.
Cool, careful here, a shot by Fermín.
What a bomb.
A Ferminazo there.
It's some power, it's some attitude on it.
Woof. The shot powerful from Fermín from the edge of the box, and Dimitrievski.
What a shot.
Oof. With the save to clear it over the crossbar.
All the stadium is singing Fermín, Fermín. All the stadium is singing the name of our La Masia player.
Yes.
He's becoming one of the fan favorites, or he has become already. What is going on now?
We have another goal. More difficult for Lewandowski. Dovbyk has scored.
No
what
way.
a fight between Dovbyk and Sorloth. But for the moment, I don't remember at all the goals. So Sorloth can 23 and Dovbyk 21. So it's difficult for Dovbyk too.
Ooh, Lewandowski might be in trouble here. Apart from the Pichichi race getting away from him, he shoved off Oscar Valentin there with maybe a bit too much force. I don't know,
But I remember the game where it was exactly the other way around.
Yeah, last year.
And Lewandowski was the one that was on the ground, and nothing happened. So we will see. But yeah, it wasn't the nicest play by Lewandowski.
No.
Maybe he knows that sort of scores.
And maybe there was stuff going on from Oscar Valentin to Lewandowski, as we see that João Félix and Pedri are getting ready to come on. I've got so much that I need to comment still. But yeah, goals from Sorloth, goals from Dovbyk. Let's see the cross by Gundogan, headed up in the air. Rayo trying to clear. Fermín trying to keep it alive for Barça, and he wins it back. The low cross by Fermín. Intercepted and cleared. Barça will initiate again from behind. Do you think someone on the Girona bench said, hey, Artem, Dovbyk,
wake up.
You know that Sorloth has scored 4, right, today? I mean,
for sure.
The Pichichi's getting away from you.
At halftime, that for sure would have been a conversation. Come on.
Well, okay. So now it's going to be the time for the substitutions. A lot of substitutions. I don't know if I can do everything. But for the moment, first substitution. So the 2 is out. So the first ones.
This is for Rayo first.
Rayo, yeah. Yeah. So the Frutos is out. It's one of the substitutions. Andeu Ratiu, the right back. So let's go with Barca substitutions. I think it's more interesting for our fans. Pau Cubarsí is out. Last game played at home this season for Pau Cubarsí. Ronald Araujo will be in. Also Rafinha is out. Rafinha is out. And also Fermín. Fermín, Cubarsí and Rafinha are out. In Araujo, João Félix and Pedri. Yeah, clap your hands. Incredible season. Last game at home this season for these players, especially. So incredible the way that Montjuic has seen the big performances by Cubarsí and Fermín.
You know, these are big games for, of course, Cancelo and Joao as well, given the fact that they're on loan. You know, they want something to prove.
Definitely. Right, so 3 subs made for Barça. Araujo's come on for Cubarsí, Pedri's come on for Fermín, and João Félix has come on for Rafinha.
And I had the substitutions, of course, for Rayo, as we said. Oscar Valentin is one, and the Frutos are out, and in Andre Ratiu and Crespo, a midfielder. So Ratiu usually plays as a right back. I remember that player played an incredible game in Santiago Bernabéu. Remember that Rayo Vallecano got 0-0 against Real Madrid in the first leg. It was the first team to got points from that stadium. And we have to wait until the positions. Yeah, he will play as our forward, Ratiu. He will play in the other position.
We're just seeing a replay of the Fermín shot there.
It was a great clear by Dimitrievski.
Amazing save by Dimitrievski. Fermín walking to the bench, receiving a round of applause from the fans at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. One of the revelations of this league, no doubt, Fermín. Right, so I had
Fermín
things
was
that I
the
want.
first shirt that I bought this season.
Really?
With 31,
With
32.
32.
So,
wow.
Willing to change for a studio or a new Porsche in Barcelona, if anyone is interesting, because this will be
Well,
a gem.
it's going to be one of the rare ones, I think. But or maybe not, because he soon became one of those players that the fans enjoyed having. So there may be a few Fermín 32 jerseys around Barcelona.
Maybe. I haven't seen that many. So.
Guys, we have 2 more players warming up. Ferran, a shark, and Vitor Roque, a tigriño. So 2 big animals now warming up. But we have to say that only one can play.
Yep.
Only one can play, because Barca had 4 new players in the field. Remember that Christensen was instead of Sergio Roberto. So only one of 2 players that are warming up can enter. And Barca has to take care, has to be careful, because Girona is winning 2-0 in Valencia, and we have to win. We need the 3 points, as we are getting now, if we want to finish in the 2nd position this round.
If we want to secure it today, definitely. It's a nice find by Gundogan to Lamine Yamal. Here is Lamine Yamal driving forward. Lamine back to Gundogan. Rayo all set in defense. And Barca have to slow things down. Right, a couple of things that I wanted to comment on the chat. By the way, the chat is amazing. You asked for airplanes for Ter Stegen. They deliver airplanes. You asked for applauses for the players who've been subbed. They deliver applauses. A couple of comments here. One is from Carolina. We were just to close the book on the Messi topic, but she said, guys, question, do you think that after his retirement, would Messi be a good coach?
Oh.
I don't know. Never heard him talk like tactically about the games all that much. He's just such like a quiet character.
So quiet, much more introverted. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he'll need it.
I see more in the sporting director figure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. I'm not sure about that one. If you ask me, like Sergio Busquets or Iniesta, I would say maybe yes. Messi, I'm not so sure about, but
maybe more like an advisor. I don't know how to put
it.
Yeah. Yeah, coaches. It's quite hard to imagine Messi as a coach, but
I just think he wouldn't.
I don't see it.
He wouldn't enjoy the spotlight, having to talk. Just because of having to talk in a press conference, pre-game and post-game every single week.
In English.
Careful here with the low cross. Oof. Can Barca clear here? Inigo Martinez puts it over the line.
I have to say that the ball touched the hands of our player, but Gil Manzano is saying the same thing I saw, is that the hand was putting on the pitch, and the rule said that if the ball touches the hands when you have your hand up to the pitch, it's not a penalty.
If it's on the ground, it's not a penalty.
Yeah, if it's on the ground,
But a dangerous situation that Barca had there, and Inigo Martinez having to intervene first, dropping in low, and then just clearing it over the byline.
That was close.
That's very close, yeah.
That was
having to push it out for a corner kick.
I don't think he even touched it with his hand. No?
He might have.
Right, corner kick to Rayo Vallecano. Incoming cross by EC, headed away. And on the volley, the ball sent high and wide by Alvaro Garcia. Right, another thing that I wanted to do here. Well, you said, Marbrau, that the shark is warming up and the tiger is warming up. So, let me know, live chat, with an emoji, who would you like the final substitution to be? Do you want it to be the shark? If you want the shark, use the shark emoji. If you want Tigriño, you want Vitor Roque, use the tiger emoji. Who would you like? You want the tiger, Adrian?
Yes.
Same here.
Same?
Yes. Tigriño.
I'm a Ferran guy. I'm a shark guy.
All right.
I'm scared of sharks, but so should Rayo.
Well, who is it?
I'm also scared of tigers.
Yeah. So how many tigers did you meet
I was going to
in
say,
your
how
life?
many times have you encountered
a wild tiger?
I don't think I've ever encountered a wild tiger. I've seen sharks at the aquarium. Yeah, they look terrifying.
Oceanarium in Barcelona, right? Next to Port Vell.
Exactly. Let me see. Where am I? Where's my shark? Where's my shark emoji? Here on the.
The live chat seems to be pretty split. Seeing tigers and sharks. I'm seeing goats as well.
Seeing goats. Yeah. Well, the goats. Yeah.
Wouldn't we all?
Unfortunately, somewhere else.
Yes.
John Muipahatai has gone Tigers. Carolina's gone Tigers. Nikki has gone Shark. Serene has gone Shark. I've gone Shark. Lone Wolf has gone Tiger. Does that have anything to do? Well, maybe they share a space, don't they? The wolf and the tiger. Jessica going Tiger. Darren Teo going Shark. It's split. It's split. Keep them coming. Keep it coming, guys. Shark or Tiger? Who would you like the last one to be? Mark, who would you like it to be?
I'm going. I have difficulties because I'm a Shark guy too. I liked a lot Ferran Torres, but I would like to see more minutes of Vitor Roque. So maybe I can put a tiger emoji.
Okay.
Something about his name that we have to pronounce it. The
Vitor
Portuguese way, right? The Vitor Roque.
Vitor
We don't do it with
Roque.
Rafinha. We don't say
Yeah, we don't say Rafinha, do we?
No.
Yeah. No.
Well, it's the way that he said that we have to pronounce.
No. If he says so, he's.
But we must say Rafinha.
Rafinha.
Oh, careful here. Through ball played. Rayo trying to attack. Koundé closing down perfectly. The cross into the box. Careful, they let it bounce to easy. Palathon and Ter Stegen's come up big again. And now Christensen with the block. Woo! Ter Stegen.
My goodness.
Looking to keep a third consecutive clean sheet. Guys, it's over for the Sharks and Tigers. We're going back to airplanes. Airplanes. Ter Stegen. Appreciation for our second keeper with most performances all time, just behind Victor Valdés.
I just realized that he's the player that always gets his chant from the stands at the stadium.
Yeah.
Always. Like, the players, they change. So this game, it could be Cubarsí. This game, it could be someone else, like Rafinha.
Today it was Fermín, for example.
Every time Mark enters the pitch, because he always enters as the first one, right? The goalkeepers warm up before the other players. So there's always Marc-André Ter Stegen in the stands. It's really cool. I think he's very loved by the afición.
He most definitely is. He most definitely is. He's one of those characters who has blended in well to the culé community, the Catalan society. He's enjoyed living in the city of Barcelona and saying it out loud. Careful here, the opportunity, the shot. Ooh, just wide.
I mean, he's integrated to the point where he's even taken public transport.
Exactly. yeah. And you'd say, well, that's just like normal, isn't it? But not for a world-class football player.
No.
Anybody who's ever been at Ciutat Esportiva, when the players leave after training, knows that it's not normal.
Yeah.
I mean,
we have more news. Third goal by Girona, so we have to win. Girona will win in Valencia, so we have to win.
Thank you, Mark.
Let's see if we get a second goal here. But it wasn't Dobvik, was it, Mark?
No, it was own goal. Jarek, one of the young backs of Valencia.
Wonderful.
Girona getting the job done. Barca as well at the moment, but just 1-0. Joao Felix inside the box. Joao Felix. This could be a goal for the ages.
Get it!
Now, there we go! Vamos!
Yes!
And Barca score a second, just as we were saying that we needed.
Who had Pedri? Somebody had Pedri.
There we go. Pedri.
Nice.
Vamos. Pedri with the goal.
The goal de la tranquilidad. We can be at peace a little bit more now.
I love Pedri.
Amazing.
But Rayo Felix, my goodness.
I want to see that. There we go. There we go. The Pedri celebration. The binoculars.
Yes.
And
this was beautiful.
It's a great little bit of skill by Joao Felix to drag the ball away from defenders. Pedri picks up the loose ball, and with a bit of fortune, because it hits the defender, and then the crossbar, he slams it in. Look at that by Joao Felix. Ooh, the nutmeg on Patistis.
All the stadium is watching these actions in the video wall, in the screens here. we are seeing this, and I have to assume that maybe the referee will not give the goal to Pedri because maybe it can be an own goal.
Yeah,
a lot of rebels, but all the public here, all the
Give it to
attendance is watching in the screen what happens. So we will have to wait. Well, for the moment, we'll give the goal for Pedri if you want.
I think they probably will. It was going in.
Yeah, it was going in, and it would be quite good because
Even
remember
with
that
2 touches.
one of the questions that we asked in the warm-up, in the quiz, who was the first player for Barca to score an official goal here?
Could it be the last one?
It was Pedri against Cádiz, and it could be the last one. Okay.
I'm just looking to see. Is there emoji for binoculars?
I think there is.
There's one for glasses. I don't know if there's one for binoculars.
Well, if you type binoculars in the chat,
Oh,
it
true.
should show up.
Yeah, I'm
There is
just
one.
technologically impaired.
How important this goal is.
Yes.
Mark, yes, the other thing that I wanted to ask before, and I said I need something to happen in this game for me to be able to ask the question, and it's directed at you. Careful here. The opportunity for Rayo Vallecano hit the wrong side of the net.
Jesus.
And they are still going for it. Chance for Álvaro García. Right, Mark, I asked you in the last game, when was the last time that we had 2 consecutive 2-0 wins?
I see you coming, yeah. You want
When's
to,
the last time we had 3 consecutive 2-0 wins?
You want to know this, yeah. Though we have to wait because we have another option.
We have another opportunity here. Deep in space, the shot. Oh! Pedrin! Vamos! Pedri has scored 2. The binoculars again. And we said it. We wanted the best version of Pedri. Well, he's come and delivered 2 goals. Vamos, Pedri!
Let's go. Let's go.
This is the Pedri we want to see, right?
Yes.
This is the one. This is the kid. The kid.
All right.
Oof, now
breathe a sigh of relief.
Calm. Yes.
15 minutes
now
to
we
go.
can relax. So what's up with you guys?
Long pass from behind by Ronald Araujo.
Lovely touch.
And Pedri with a lovely touch to bring it down. And then he puts it in the back of the net with his left foot. Right. Mark, you won't have to answer the question of when was the last time that we put together 3 consecutive 2-0 wins, but I am asking you, has Pedri scored 2 in a game for Barca in his career?
This is just what I'm checking, and no. The same as Fermín did in Almeria game, is the first time that Pedri scored a double with Barca, so first time with 2 goals of Pedri in the same game. So as you see, Robert, I cannot give you the answer for your question. You will have to wait until next season.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for another opportunity for 3 consecutive 2-0s.
Maybe a hat-trick then. It's just
Oh,
one more.
Maybe.
Yeah. We just had first hat-trick by Lewandowski. Maybe this game would be by Pedri. Let's hope so.
Good one.
Yeah.
And did you see who was the assistant?
Yeah.
Araujo.
Uruguayo.
Incredible
Uruguayo
pass.
with the dyed hair as well.
It's the second assistant because the first one was to Lewandowski 2 weeks ago, but it was with a header. Do you remember that goal? It was a corner. Araujo touched the ball with the head, and the second touch with the head was the Lewandowski winning goal against Valencia. So it's the second assist for Araujo.
Is this the emoji that I need? It's going to turn up on the screen right now. That's the closest I can get to the emoji.
You can see the
To the
screen, of
binoculars,
course.
rather.
Robert, you can see
Not
the
bad.
screen that we have the animal that we will enter. It won't be the shark. It will be the tiger.
The tiger it is.
Ooh, the eye of the tiger.
Okay.
Right. Good. Good news at the Montjuic Stadium. We were saying this 1-0 is sort of starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah. No, we needed a goal at least. 2-goal cushion, which is also engaña bastante. It's pretty tricky because momentum can shift so often. Don't they say that a 2-0 is more dangerous than a 1-0? Yeah.
Yes.
This third one,
you lose focus.
Yeah, you lose focus.
Think, the game is done, and then
if
it
the
turns
other
around.
team, exactly, they get that second win if they get the 2-1. But the 3-0 now with less than 15 minutes to go.
I would say colorín colorado.
We're fine.
We're good.
I think we're fine now, yeah. I think we're fine. Right, I've sent a question through to our editor, Pep. See if we can get it on the screen right now as soon as we can. As Barca are 3-0 up. 2 goals by Pedri. Very unlikely.
The super sub.
Super sub.
Coming with the goods.
And now we can hear the fans, Marbrau.
Yeah, all the fans are singing one of the favorite songs of the attendants and of the fans. Do you know this one? Un día de partir. Do you know this song? Un día de partir.
It's one of the fan favorites, definitely. Johnson saying they're finally defeating Vallecano for the first time in the last 3 years. Yeah, finally. I went for a 4-0. Who went for 3? Mark, no? Mark went for 3-0?
I went 3-1.
Yeah.
Adrian went for
And you got 2-0 the other day as well, didn't you, Mark?
Me and and we have the last substitution. I said 3-0. Lewandowski is out, and Vito Hock is inside. I think it's a good performance for Lewandowski. Do you think the same, Adrian? Lewandowski, 25 goals this season, and I have the number: 13 goals at home. 13 goals scored by Lewandowski in Montjuic.
Not bad. Right, Lewandowski's been taken off. Tigrinho's come on, and we are asking a question that involves Lewandowski. Which was your favourite goal of the game, live chat? Was it the Lewandowski goal, the volley? Was it Pedri's first goal after the João Felix nutmeg and that hard shot by Pedri, which took a deflection? Or the third goal, the one with the long pass by Araujo and Pedri's finish? Which was yours, Diego?
It has to maybe. It's got to be number 1.
Number 1, Lewandowski?
Bobby, yeah.
No, I'm going with second one. Just by the play of João Felix, it was amazing. I think it was even better than the first one. And I loved the first one, right? We talked about it.
Well,
so.
I mean, if we're talking setup to a goal, then I would say, but if we're talking the goal itself.
Well, the setup is a part of the goal, I would say. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm going with number 2.
Keep the answers coming. Manuel, which was your favourite goal of the game so far?
For me, I will pick the last one. The last one, because sometimes we're talking about what's the way that Ronald Araujo is passing the ball from behind. I think that he, game by game, he do these things better. He does the things better. I think that for Pedri is so important, this goal to score his first double with Barca after the difficult season that he had during all the weeks. And maybe it's not the most beautiful one, but I think it's quite iconical that Araujo make this assist to Pedri, and I will pick this.
I was thinking the same, although in terms of like beauty of the goal, and if we start thinking of if I had to make a top 5 ranking of best goals in the league, the Lamine Yamal cross to Lewandowski down on the chest volley in has to be in there. So I'm going that one. John Muipatai is going 2, which would be the Pedri's first. Imposter 2.0 going Pedri's second goal. Carolina going 1, the Lewandowski goal. Thandika going with Pedri's first. And here is the Tigrinho making a run into the box. Tigrinho going for the shot, which is blocked. Can Barca make it 4-0 and make my prediction come true?
Yeah.
No, it can be finished, the game right now. I think 3-0, it's a good score.
You got it right in the last game, right, Mike?
And yes, I won the last game. And remember that Pau, one of our workmates here, the guy who makes everything good, our technique, without him anything can be possible. He said also 3-0. So he's suffering here next to me just to conserve this score.
Ooh, careful here with Rayo. The cross inside. Ooh, the half volley.
Adrian is secretly going,
I was going to say that I need one more goal, but
you need one more goal, but on the wrong side. You need it on the wrong side.
I'm not going to cheat for that.
And
apparently,
I mean, credit to Rayo, they did have their opportunities in certain moments of the game. Not as clear as the ones that Almeria had the other day, for example.
Exactly, less than Almeria.
But still.
How Almeria didn't score in those situations was above me, but Rayo didn't have that many.
Sort of left off off the hook the other day a couple of times. But
just think it's as good saves, though. I mean, in this one.
Right, final minutes. The fans having a good time at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. For the last time this season, there's still one game to go, which is next week. It's going to be a busy Saturday. If the game, Mark, do you think the game is still going to happen on Saturday? Right now, it's scheduled on Saturday.
We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. I just talking before the game started with one of TV producers from here, and she told me that it can be difficult to play that game on Friday, but maybe the league could change the game from Sunday. Remember that next Saturday we'll have an important game. The women's team will play the final of Champions League against Olympique Lyonnais, and for sure Barça will not play at the same time. But we'll have options to play Sevilla-Barça on Sunday. We have to stay tuned. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. We will know definitely the day that we will play in Sevilla.
We'll know soon enough, because right now the schedule says that the unified match day is all at 9 p.m. But then when teams start to have nothing at stake, like Barca would have right now with this 3-0 win, which means that we've secured second place and there's nothing to play for except the 90 minutes of football, maybe the game can be moved. And it may be in Barca's interest to focus all of the Saturday attention on that big Champions League final that we've got, and we will be live on Saturday for that Champions League final between Barça and Olympique Lyonnais. Hands up if you're going to be watching that one. I most certainly will. I most certainly will. They won the Copa de la Reina yesterday. Thrashing. I never say easy, but a dominant performance against Real Sociedad. I think it may be a whole other story next weekend against the team that's beaten us in the past in the Champions League final.
Correct.
So will the third time be a charm for them?
Yeah, they got a bone to pick with Lyon for sure. So it's going to be a tense and exciting final. I can't wait for it, to be honest, because yesterday, like me, the same as you, Robert, I had no doubt that this team was going to bag their treble, the Copa de la Reina, and doing so in the game where, I mean, at halftime it was 4-0, 5-0.
It was all done within the first minutes, really.
But how often do you see that scoreline in the final?
No. And credit,
this team is just
credit to
amazing.
that team for just keep going, because it's easy to have the temptation to take your foot off the gas.
But be a little complacent. Yeah, exactly. 5 consecutive league trophies.
I would say that this team is historic, but this team, what does it mean? I mean, it's been over so many years now.
Yeah.
I mean, just Barça Femení.
It's a dynasty for sure.
Just Barça Femení is historic to me.
Careful here. Barca are going for a fourth, which would benefit me and my prediction. Here is Lamine Yamal dropping to the ground, managing to keep possession, hustling for possession, and applauded there by the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, Marlau.
Yes, one of the best actions defensively of the day. What I'm saying is that Rayo Vallecano don't want to put much pressure. For the moment, Cádiz is not winning, so with this score, with this defeat, Rayo Vallecano will be one more season in La Liga. So for two teams, the goals are done with all the scores that happen in this round. And I have to say that now all the people, of course, is singing Xavi's name. Xavi is one of the things that happened in the last minutes.
Well, we love it. We love support for our head coach, Xavi Hernandez. And one of the last things I wanted to do on the live chat, which I forgot to do at the beginning, is to ask you, all of you watching us, where are you watching us from? Let us know. Let us know what time is it where you're watching. It's an earlier kickoff for us here in Barcelona, so we'll get a chance to go home and have dinner and not have to go straight to bed, which is great news. And some of us have a day off tomorrow as well because it's local festivity. So. Amazing news here. Where are you watching us from? All around the globe. Drop some of the flags in the live chat as well. I'll read out some of your comments. What are you doing tomorrow on Monday? Let us know. 87th minute at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, as this game is close to wrapping up, and that will be the end of Barca at the Olympic Stadium this season. Always played through to Joao Cancelo. Cancelo, incoming cross, headed up in the air by the Rayo Vallecano defense. Where we got? Well, we've got one Qatar here. I'm watching from the Netherlands, says Nicky Cornelissen. Shout out, Netherlands, Diego.
Hello.
Dean Damiano says Indonesia today, 1 a.m. in the morning. I love the commitment.
Yeah, this
I mean,
can I just say something? Just shout out to all the culés from Asia because of the time difference. Yep. They have to get up at 4, 5, 6 a.m. I have
and they do it.
Yes, I have many followers from Asia, and they always like keep me up. Like, man, if I was in Barcelona, I would go to every game. I wouldn't miss a game. It's so tough for them because of the time difference. So shout out
and hearts for them. Hearts for the fans who have to get up in the early hours of the morning to watch Barca, and they continue to do so. Let's see. Indonesia, where am I? From Ghana at 6:49 p.m. Ama Yaira says that. We've got Slovakia's, we've got Sweden's from Elmir Days, we've got Qatar, I said. We've got USA as well, we've got Turkey, we've got Ghana, we've got Brazil. Karina says she's studying.
Whoa.
Careful here. A chance for Barca. Nice. Could it be a fourth goal? Joao Felix trying to turn.
What a round by
Gundo. Tigrinho. Pedri. Could there be a Pedri hat-trick?
For me, it's interesting to say that Pedri scored 4 goals this season, and it can be the first and the last to score here in Montjuic. I think I like this kind of stories. Yeah. I like this kind of stories. Yeah. Remember that goal? We talked about them in the warm-up quiz. It was a great pass by Gundogan. It was the first time. How many things has changed since that game? Remember that game was played by Ansu and Abde with Barça, and Joao Felix and Josh Cancelo didn't play with Barça. They will have to wait until 2 weeks just to play the first game with Barça. So this is August football, isn't it? Things changed a lot.
So much has changed since that game against. Well, Gavi was in that game as well. 4 minutes at a time, yeah.
And Gavi was so close, very close, to score the first goal of that game with a header that hit the post.
Yeah, and then he was very close as well to getting a penalty call in the last minute. But well, things happened. 3-0 with 4 minutes to go. And Barca keep on going for a fourth goal.
I would say this is, quite honestly, the perfect night to finish off the season, or at least at home, with a comfortable victory against a difficult side.
Yeah.
2 goals by Pedri, so maybe signs of him recovering from the injuries that he had.
Things clicking, and all in all, you think of the week, it's been well, I'm trying to do the math. 7-0 on average for in total for Barca.
Yeah.
And Spino there with cramps, I assume.
Yeah.
Having to stretch out his legs.
It was important as well to see that the team was, the way that they have responded tonight, being professional, getting the job done, and.
Was just seeing, you're just you went silent, Diego, there because we're marveling at the Joao Felix move in the Pedri goal.
So it has been given to Pedri, right?
Mark, has it been given to Pedri, the goal? The second?
For the moment, yes. For the moment, yes. But we'll have to wait until the referee and there's a yellow card.
He was the yellow card for Joao Cancelo.
For Cancelo, yeah. For the moment, we have to wait. We have to wait. For the moment, all the apps and the league gives the goal for Pedri. But just to make it official, we have to wait until the referee is finishing the, how do you call the acta, Robert?
The
the review,
post-game report.
The game report,
the post-game, the official post-game report, And minutes for Falcao, also for Rayo Vallecano, an incredible player this season. He didn't play it a lot, but what a striker was Falcao in Atletico de Madrid. And just for finish, one of the last things I want to say, it's very important for Barca to finish in the second place. Of course, we don't want to be the runner-up. We want to win the league when it starts. But remember that this gives the opportunity to Barca to play the Super Cup next year.
Exactly.
And it's important for economical reasons, but remember, it gives the Barca opportunity to play another championship. And what we can confirm is that our enemy in the semi-finals will be Athletic Club de Bilbao, because the Super Cup is between the champions and the runner-up for each competition. So we have the semi-finals for next Super Cup, Real Madrid Mallorca and Athletic Club de Bilbao Barça. It will play in January, next January 2025. I think, of course, in Saudi Arabia, because I think that the contract is still in Saudi Arabia.
Totally agree. It's not about just money. Remember last season, the Super Cup, how important it was to get the momentum going and to win the league in the end.
Exactly. And the negative note is that I would say that I don't like single elimination games against Athletic Club. We haven't been good at them in the recent past, but there's always one game in which you can turn the trend around, right?
Yes, that's it, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, Mark, final seconds at the Olympic Stadium.
Final seconds. So as the final seconds, 3, 2, 1. It's the end. Barca finishes as the runner-up of the league. 3-0 against Rayo. We finished also the bad streak that we had against the Madrid team. Now it's finished the game. So 3-0. We're gonna get to the reactions. Stay tuned, Robert. Reactions here in Barca Live.
We'll stay tuned and listen to those reactions coming from Marc with the post-game interviews. Give us a round of applause, live chat, for the team win, for the 3-0 win, for the clean sheet, for the 3 goals, for the brace of Pedri. A game in which Barca got the job done, not the best game of the season, but just the professional performance that you expected.
Yeah, exactly. That's what was at stake today. Second position, beat a team that you haven't managed to beat in quite some time, and doing so in convincing fashion. At the end of the day, thanks to Marc-André ter Stegen as well, but Rayo didn't really pose that much of a threat or problems throughout this game. Even when it was tied to 1-0, we wanted that second goal to have that sigh of relief, and we got another one added to that. So 3-0, I think, is a perfect night for this game here tonight.
Adrian, quick thoughts?
I would also add that it's a fair score because we were way better team throughout the game.
Definitely.
So fair.
Right, well, post-game show coming up with reactions, with highlights, with Xavi's press conference. Stay tuned. We're going to take a mini break to gather our thoughts, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, the post-game show gets going, and Barca have won 3-0 at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic after, well, a game in which Barca had their opportunities. Rayo Vallecano sort of had their chances as well, but in the end, 2 goals by Pedri got it done for Barca and secured what was the most important thing, the second spot for Barca in La Liga. We are second, that is official right now, even though Girona won, we got the job done. 4 points separate us with just 3 to go in La Liga. It's not a thing that we're going to celebrate hugely, but it was the minimum objective, as Xavi and Marc-André ter Stegen said after the game against Almeria. So all in all, it's what we expected from Barca today. Job done.
Yeah, job done, and with a higher goal margin than I had originally expected. I thought it was going to be a tighter game, to be honest. We're seeing that even the Rayo players are chuffed with the result because they know that they're going to stay in the first division another season. Yeah. And for Barça, it was this. It was finishing off the season on a high note at home. And
they're actually celebrating.
Well, Rayo Vallecano are celebrating.
Yeah, so now...
Good news for everyone.
Yeah, good news
for everyone. Rayo with the defeat, of course, but they will stay in the first division after it has been confirmed that Cádiz will be relegated. And Adrian, we said a professional performance from Barca. And probably the best news is that second half boost provided by Pedri with the 2 goals.
Yes, I'm really happy for Pedri. He had his struggles this season. We felt for him because of that. We all know what he's capable of. He's the magic man. This is the player that people come to the stadium to watch. And I just hope that he can build on this performance into the last game of the season and then onto the next season.
It's not precisely goals what we expect from Pedri. We expect the creativity, the making things happen, the creating chances for his teammates. But we did say when he was warming up, we want to see the best version of Pedri again and not interrupted by injuries. And I have a feeling that at least in terms of morale, these 2 goals will be very important.
Yeah, huge. I mean, it speaks volumes of him as well to be able to spot those opportunities. In the first one, of course, it was the Joao Felix dribble where perhaps somewhat fortunately the ball ended up in front of his foot. But in the second goal, him making that run, spotting that space and time that he had in front of him, and the vision of as well of Araujo to get the ball to him, the beautiful first touch, and then a finish that is a number 9-like finish. So Pedri showing his versatility there.
Well, let's go straight to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic because Marbrau is next to the man himself, Pedri.
Yeah, we are with the player who scored the first goal and the last goal at home. We are with Pedri. Pedri, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Bueno, me imagino que satisfecho, ¿no? Por la victoria, por ese objetivo de mínimos, pero cumplido, ¿no? Hoy no había que mirar otros resultados, había que ganar y el equipo lo ha hecho.
Sí, exacto. Veníamos a ganar, a cumplir el objetivo que nos quedaba esta temporada. Es verdad que no es el objetivo que esperábamos al principio, pero bueno, teníamos que quedar segundos para ir a su Supercopa y así ha sido.
No sé si ha coincidido que el equipo ha mejorado también con tu entrada, con tus 2 goles, pero hasta el momento el partido no estaba siendo sencillo. Además, el Rayo es un equipo que se os daba mal.
Sí, es un equipo muy peleón, con las líneas juntas, que le mete mucha intensidad en sus partidos y bueno, los últimos creo 5 partidos no le habíamos ganado y es un rival que nos estaba costando, pero bueno, hoy lo supimos sacar y bueno, muy contento por esa segunda plaza.
En un año que tampoco ha sido fácil para ti, Pedri, pero acabas marcando tu primer doblete con el Barça. ¿Cómo se siente uno?
Sí, la verdad que quería el hat-trick, estaba intentando buscarlo, pero no había manera. Es verdad que he entrado mal en el partido, hay que ser sincero, he perdido varios balones que no tengo que perder, pero bueno, creo que al siguiente partido pues mejoraré eso y creo que irá mejor.
Ya para acabar, ahora lo comentaba en inglés, Pedri, eres el jugador que ha marcado el primer gol y el último de la temporada aquí en Montjuic. Tampoco ha sido fácil para el equipo, supongo, jugar partidos en este estadio, aunque la afición ha estado a vuestro lado.
Sí, es verdad que la afición siempre nos anima, es diferente al Camp Nou, pero bueno, la verdad que ninguna pega a la afición, siempre ha estado con nosotros, pese a los resultados que hemos tenido esta temporada, nos han animado con todo y es de agradecer.
Enhorabuena, Pedri.
Gracias.
The words of Pedri explaining in Spanish that he won the hat-trick. He's happy, but he won the hat-trick, first double for him. And I think that it's fair to explain that Pedri said that his entrance in the game was not good. He said, I lost important balls, but finally he scored 2 goals. He said, of course, how important it is for the team to finish in the second place. He also explained how difficult it is to win Rayo Vallecano, and at the end he explained that it was difficult, of course, not playing in Camp Nou, but he was happy the way that the fans was next to the team during all the season. Last game played at home. It remains only 1 game, but it remains also more interviews here, more reactions. I go to the position, Robert, and we will have more reactions here.
Thank you very much, Mark. We'll look forward to hearing from more of the players in the interview area. Pedri saying there, I wanted a hat-trick. I thought the most important thing he said, though, was, hey, look, we have to be honest. I came into the game. I lost possession a couple of times when I shouldn't have, rather. And he made up for it with the 2 goals. And I think the fact that he managed to score those 2 goals maybe gives him more confidence heading into next game, to not come in as tentative, as maybe soft, and just playing with that confidence that we need him to play with.
Yeah, but you know, it's I think we see that quite often from players that have suffered serious injuries as well, that maybe they need a little bit of time to get that confidence, exactly, and get into the game. And also fair play to Pedri for being self-critical and acknowledging that, hey, I started off cold. I needed a little bit of time to get into the game, and not just that, but showing his ambition as well, that after scoring his first brace, he's disappointed that he didn't get a hat-trick. So
yeah, because this is one thing that we want, a hat-trick. Obviously, we want a hat-trick. I said it during the show that let's hope for a hat-trick from Pedri, but this is why he is where he is. This is this killer mentality. I mean, you look at him, you see this boy, still young man, but in the end, there is a killer inside, and I love the side of Pedri.
And we're happy for him that he's back and gradually getting to his best version. We'll have to see in the summer as well if he's picked to go with the Spanish national squad to the Euros, and if he plays big minutes there as well. What we want is that next season we can have the best Pedri possible. The game got off to a great start. Barca scored within the first 2 minutes, and I thought that kind of killed the game for a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it sort of set it up where we were all expecting more goals, perhaps, like for that one to open the floodgates and it be a goal fest.
And sometimes that happens, though, that you break the game open so early that then it kind of like goes into like sleepwalking mode.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, Rayo defended as well with as much as they could, really, so to protect their goal and from preventing this from being more of a high-flying. What's the word? High-flying game, high-fly scoring game. Say they stopped Rafinha from scoring that great free kick. Respects to the goalkeeper there as well, but. In the end, 3 goals against this side that we haven't managed to beat even. I think, in the end, very good result.
And the first win for Xavi against Rayo. Yeah. Also, shout out to Xavi as well.
Shout out to Xavi for that as well. Involved in the first goal was Lamine Yamal as well. We said it at the beginning of the broadcast, the youngest player to ever reach 50 games for Barca. And what a way to do so with that assist to Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah, I think he would have liked to have celebrated a goal of his own as well. But
didn't really have a chance to do so, did he? Didn't
take a shot much.
No.
I mean, Lamine just keeps amazing us with great plays, setting up his teammates, great awareness as well. When he's cutting into the area, taking that ball onto his left foot, something is going to happen. Yeah. Whether it's a shot from himself, or in this case, a lovely little touch, soft touch, a lob, he creates magic.
I can't honestly pick between the soft touch by Lamine to cross the ball into Lewandowski or how Lewandowski finishes. I don't know what my favorite thing out of that goal is, but it's a world-class goal.
Yeah, I love the way Lamine is crossing the ball, every time. It's very close. You can see that maybe not every pass is perfect, but you can see that it's always very close. It barely happens that he goes way off the target, right? So, he's just got that magic technique.
And it's great to see that connection as well because, through the frustrating times of the season and through stretches in which Lewandowski maybe wasn't scoring as many goals. You could see sometimes if Lamine took the opportunity, then Lewandowski was like, oh, come on, because he does it to all of his teammates. Lewandowski always wants the ball when he's inside the box. But then in the last couple of weeks, when you see that connection work and you see so much potential in it as well, it's just a beautiful sight.
And, you know, how we're still talking about a 16-year-old, okay, almost 17-year-old kid, but the confidence that he has to be able to see Lewandowski eye to eye in that regard and not feel necessarily the obligation to say, okay, I'm going to pass it to the more experienced player, but take that responsibility on himself. It's
like the easy thing
don't
to
see
do
that
would
very
be
often.
just
Right,
pass the ball.
exactly.
Yes, nobody's gonna say anything.
Nobody's going to say it. Everybody will expect me to do that as well. But instead, he has the character and the attitude and already the maturity to say, you know, I can do this as well. I'm going to take it on myself.
I think even Xavi said that he was amazed by the decision making by Lamine Yamal at this age, not at any any age.
And it's only going to get better with repetition, with more games as we go on. We said during the game, as a matter of fact, of course, think back to the month of July, August, the Dembélé situation unraveling, and you knew Lamine Yamal maybe was an option there, but no one thought he was going to play on such a consistent basis and such important minutes in such high-stake games.
Yeah, no. Everybody wanted it, or they all speak for myself. But you wouldn't expect it. No, definitely not. And neither for him to pass those tests with flying colors. You know, it was just the progression, seeing Lamine making those right decisions that you talked about, Adrian, and keep evolving. It's been a wonderful thing and one of the highlights of this season. So
definitely, one of the highlights of the season has been to see the development and how the young players have flourished in this season. You talk about Lamine Yamal, you talk about Paco Cubarsí. Fermín again had a great game as well today. I want to go from one end of the pitch to the other because, these weren't the highest stake, the game with the most competitive stakes. I'm getting my words wrong, but anyway, the most competitive games anyway. But credit to Barça for, after all of the disappointment from weeks past, to put three performances together with clean sheets.
Also, for sure, absolutely. I mean, Ter Stegen, again tonight, has made some crucial saves. Definitely 2 or 3 that on another day, on a bad day, on an unfortunate day, could have ended up in the back of the net, and they didn't. We saw as well, you know, the hustle from the defenders, Íñigo Martínez, being very quick to transition, the sacrifice even from the forwards to make sure that they track back and help out the boys in the defense. And in that regard, Robert, it's been just, you know, the perfect week where we had a difficult week, you know, for many reasons.
For many reasons, And, but we've come through. We wanted to secure that second position, and we have. Let's go to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Marbrau, are you in your position waiting for reactions from the players?
And for sure, and luckily, I just putting my headphone just at the real time that you give me pass, Robert, because I was just talking with the press officer that he's talking to me that maybe Fermín can be one of the players that can be here just to explain his feelings here in Barça. For the moment, I don't see more players there, but okay, what I can explain, I cannot talk too loud because Pedri is quite next to me. Attending our TV3, Catalonian television, we are next to us. So what we can explain is that the team is happy, but okay, we have to explain it's not as happy as if we win a championship, of course. So it's like, okay, we're finishing the second place, we are runners-up again, but we have to explain this, that the team is happy, and happy has to be Fermín López, who is next to us. Fermín, què tal? Bona nit.
Hola, bona nit.
Bé, heu aconseguit l'objectiu, no? S'havia de guanyar i a més ho heu fet de forma contundent.
Sí, era el objetivo que teníem d'aquí a final de temporada i l'hem aconseguit i estem contents.
I a punt has estat de marxar amb gol, no? Perquè abans del canvi has tingut allà una ocasió. Quina valoració en fas, una mica, de tot plegat? He vist que has marxat ovacionat per la gran animació, que fins i tot t'ha encantat el nom del teu poble.
Sí, bueno, la veritat que crec que hem fet bon partit, l'hem controlat bastant bé, hem tingut ocasions i bueno, lástima que no he fotut la meva i i res, content també per l'ovació, molt agrair a los culers que estan sempre a nosaltres i esperem que l'any que ve le donem moltes alegrías.
Aún queda un partido, Fermín, para acabar, pero por si es la última vez que hablamos contigo esta temporada, siempre que te hemos preguntado por cómo ha ido el año, has dicho, es que si me lo hubieran dicho no me lo hubiera creído. Pero cómo han cambiado las cosas, ¿no? Del primer partido aquí contra el Cádiz a hoy son 10 goles, tu crecimiento en el equipo es importante. ¿Qué valoración me haces un poquito de todo?
Bueno, la verdad que muy feliz de cumplir mi sueño, muy agradecido al míster, al club por las oportunidades, al equipo que me ha ayudado mucho este año a mejorar y nada, me queda seguir aprendiendo, mejorando para el año que viene y esperamos conseguir títulos y que sea una buena temporada.
Ya para acabar, Fermín, lo decías en catalán, ¿no? Objetivo cumplido, era importante para el equipo acabar en esa segunda posición. El partido no ha sido sencillo por eso, ¿no? El Rayo es un equipo que no se le daba muy bien al equipo y al final habéis conseguido sacar los 3 puntos.
Sí, sabemos que llevamos 5 partidos seguidos sin ganarle al Rayo, era un equipo bien trabajado que nos ha costado mucho generarles, pero bueno, creo que hemos hecho buen partido y nada, contentos por la victoria.
Enhorabuena, Fermín.
Buenas noches, gracias.
The words of Fermín López explaining in Catalan and Spanish how happy he is for this incredible season, a dream come true, something that he's explained a lot in the interviews that we have with him, but how important it is for Barça to have players like Fermín. He said, of course, the same as Pedri, that they really know what happened against Rayo the last games, the five, one of the secret numbers that we give you in the pre-game show. So these are the words of Fermín López. Happy to finish in the second positions, and in Spanish he said, of course, that he wants more in the future, and he's so grateful for the coach for what the season that he has been living here in Barça. Her first season with Barça, 10 goals, and it remains 1 game. Would we know what happened with Fermín in the last game?
Well, we'll see if he manages to get that 11th goal. Thank you, Mark, and we'll look forward to some more reactions coming from the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. Guys, we were saying about Lamine Yamal. Thinking back to the last month of August, we didn't know that he was going to have such a huge impact on the team. I mean, I'd say most culés didn't even know who Fermín was. Those who followed Barca's youth teams throughout the years will have known the name, but I don't think they would have expected Fermín to make such an impact in his first season with the first team.
No, definitely not. Definitely, I don't know if he even expected it. I mean, this was a dream start for him to come back as well from the United, back to his boyhood club and have a dream debut season. Tonight he could have gotten a cracker as well on that little half volley. Goalkeeping prevented that, but you know, we said it before, 10 goals in all competitions. He's become a fan favorite. He's got that Xavi spirit inside of him as well that makes him just so enjoyable to watch and extremely versatile. It's when your team has players like the likes of Fermín that really, you know, give it their all for their club, you're in a good place. And Barça, in that sense, with all these youngsters, are exactly doing that.
He's one of those players, and you can probably attest to this, Adrian, because you said you bought the jersey with Fermín number 32.
Yeah.
He's one of those players that the fans can connect with.
Yeah.
Yes, he was never a top prospect coming from La Masia, so to see him grow like that, it's really amazing. Also, I don't know if you guys know, did you hear that he was very close to actually leaving Barça?
Yeah, no, at some point, yeah, definitely. Because
it was the club that was interested in him was Raków Częstochowa, which is a Polish national title holder right now. And they were supposed to buy him for around 500, 600 euros last summer.
Okay.
So imagine that. 1,000. So
maybe I can afford it.
Yeah, maybe not that. So it was really close for him to join them, but in the end they declined the transfer. In the end, they go for some other options.
Okay.
So imagine it was that close that we wouldn't even have Fermín on the team, and now
sometimes there's like so many what if moments in the careers of players, and then Fermín has obviously had more opportunities to play this season because of the injury of Xavi, Pedri being out for a while, Frenkie de Jong being out for a while. But that's when the youngsters have to come in and make the most of their opportunities. Some have the opportunities and we never see any more of them in the first team. And Fermín, Xavi said the other day, he's just so happy because he's one of the players that they have bet on, and he's delivered.
Yeah, well, I mean, credit to the coach as well then. I mean, give all credit to Xavi for spawning the talent, seeing the players that at a young age can already contribute at the highest level. I mean, it doesn't get any higher than this, and compete in a very demanding league, both domestically and in Europe as well. I mean, Fermín there scored against the likes of Napoli in big games. He scored in big games against Atletico, against Madrid as well. So shout out and all respects to Xavi as well for knowing how to hone these young talents, bring them, in the case of Fermín López, back to the club and making sure that they flourish and are hugely productive for the team.
Most definitely, and we're talking about the case of Fermín, we're talking about the case of Lamine Yamal. Pau Cubarsí had another start today and was amazing. He got his flowers as well, because I think it was quite intentional that Xavi took him off today so that he got his round of applause and his Cucu Cubarsís at the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, he deserved it. Another player, still 17 years old, still developing, still not a finished product by any means, and yet there he is. He's becoming, can I say that he's a titular right now? He's a starter?
Well, I mean, the evidence says so. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you start with him and then you think who's gonna be next to the guy when he's 17 years old, because he's the future. So we have to build on that season, and hopefully he'll be our next great center back to come.
Well, Pau Cubarsí with another performance, helping the team to get to a clean sheet and, well, not completing the full 90 minutes. Is he one of your candidates for man of the match? Maybe not today. He has been on other days. Diego, who are you going with man of the match?
It's got to be the man, the author of the brace, isn't it? It's got to be Pedri. 2 goals coming in, super sub, sentenciado how do you say, finishing off the game, and doing so in formidable fashion. My man of the match is Harry Potter.
Pedri Potter with 3 points for you. You've got 2 more.
Yes.
Yeah, 2.
So 2 points for the man from your native Poland, the guy that broke the deadlock, and doing so as well in style. From the setup of Lamine to the finish of Lewandowski early on in the game as well. It was nice to see Barça able to get that goal in nice and early. And Ter Stegen, I give him the point of honor. Could have easily also picked up 2 points because he had at least 2-3 crucial saves, but clean sheet for the German goalkeeper. Noche redonda in Montjuic.
Adrian, who are you going with?
Well, I actually have to say that I gave 3 points to Pedri, 2 points to Lewandowski, and 1 point to Ter Stegen. So
same.
Great minds think alike, right? No, but I think I were a bit torn about the 3rd place, because obviously Pedri was the MVP, Lewandowski for starting, for getting the job done in the first minutes, getting the match easier for us as well, because once you lead 1-0, it's obviously easier to control the game. And the 3rd one was, I was a little bit torn between Ter Stegen and actually Araujo for this great assist.
That's a great assist, yeah.
Because I think he deserves it. Like Mark Brau said during the game, he gets criticized a lot for his ball handling at times. For well, he showed them. So, but in the end, Ter Stegen was, I think, more important. So that's why 1 point to Ter Stegen.
Right, let's go to the Olympic Stadium. Mark Brau, if you have any players with you, interrupt your man of the match, of course. But who are your votes for?
I don't think so, because for the moment I see that Xavi is talking with the right holders, the main right holders for today's game. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time to explain my votes, but I have now, and I'm making a little change for what you and what you are talking about there for the votes. For me, 3 points will go to Pedri, of course. 2 goals, first double with Barça for Pedri. I think he deserves for it, but I will give you 2 points for Ter Stegen instead of Lewandowski, because I think that Ter Stegen was so important for tonight's win with 3 incredible saves and okay, after all, it came the goals by Pedri, but 2 points goes to Ter Stegen. Remember, another clean sheet, 3 consecutive clean sheets for Ter Stegen this week, and 1 point, of course, for Lewandowski, because it was so important, the goal, to score a goal early against Rayo Vallecano to make different the game instead what happens in the last games against them. So those are my votes. Of course, Pedri will win the man of the match, and for the moment we don't have more reactions, Robert, but stay tuned, because in a while we will talk with FC Barcelona coach Xavi for sure.
Right, well, interrupt Mark. If you do have reactions, we'll look forward to hearing from Xavi Hernandez. In the meantime, I will give my votes for man of the match, which are, I believe, identical to Marc Brau's. We're all going to give 3 points to Pedri. The man of the match with that brace. He changed the game in the second half. He did say he made a couple of mistakes in the second half, but he made up for it with a couple of goals as well. It's not what we expect from him, but we love to see them. Those 2 goals from Pedri coming off the bench. 2 for Ter Stegen, 3 consecutive clean sheets this week. He made a couple of big saves as well to keep his goal at 0. So 2 points for him, and 1 for Lewandowski for kick-starting the win for Barca, and also the opportunity that he had in the first half. That second goal that he could have scored. Shame that Lewandowski is now seen, by the way, guys, as we said during the game, that Pichichi is almost impossible.
I mean, can you imagine him scoring, what, was it 5 goals?
Well, so he's got 18, and Sorloth now has 23.
So 5 to thinking or hoping that he wouldn't score any goals.
It's fine.
In the last
He already has one.
He already has one.
He has one last season.
Let him share, right? Let's leave something for the others. All right. Let's stay positive.
The total points for player of the match, by the way, are as follows, as we see on our screens. Only 3 players. The votes have not been shared out amongst the other players today. 12 for Pedri, and a tie between Ter Stegen and Lewandowski, although, Adrian, you do mention, and I think it's fair to mention Ronald Araujo coming in the second half. He's had that injury trouble in the last couple of days. Coming in and just making that long pass to Pedri, also always solid in defense, Ronald Araujo.
I'm always on defense, always on Ronald Araujo's team. I will always defend him. I know he made some important mistakes we're not gonna go into this season, but he's still an amazing player. I think even a drop in form for a season or for a couple of months doesn't mean that he's not a great player, and I hope he stays here for a long time, hopefully.
The other player I did want to mention as well was Rafinha, especially in the first half. He got going. He got a fire lit in him by the assistant referee there, and created a couple of chances. And Rafinha, I'd say, has had a very good second half of the season.
Yeah. He's been one of those players. We talked about him in the first half as well, that maybe has flown a little bit under the radar. Put pen on paper, looking at his numbers, both from a goal-scoring perspective as well as facilitating assists. He's been key. He's been huge. He's been fundamental. I mean, following in the footsteps as well. We talk about Lamine doing so in the case of Dembélé, with following in Dembélé's boots, but Rafinha's had to do that as well.
Switching sides.
Right, exactly, and has done so marvelously. And
I think the switching sides has sort of unlocked him as well, because it allows him to drift into the middle, which allows him also to be dangerous on the edge of the box. And Rafinha's got quite the shot. You've always got the Barca fans that traditionally going chuta, like from outside the box, wanting more shots from outside the box. And Rafinha is one of those, him and Fermín, who can do it with danger. He's got a very good shot from the edge of the box, and I think he's better in that role.
No, I think so too. And again, it shows his versatility to be able to adapt so quickly to the left side, allowing Lamine Yamal to play on his more favorable right wing position. And today, unfortunately, he didn't get a goal, but it was nice to see that he got, que se picó, that he got a little bit annoyed, let's say, by some of the refereeing decisions, and the way that they addressed him as well, the way that they spoke about him. It lit a fire in him. If that free kick would have gone in, it would have been one of the goals of the season.
Right, let's go to the Olympic Stadium. Marc Brau is standing next to our head coach, Xavi Hernandez.
Yeah. Xavi's just giving some luck to the referee, Gil Manzano, the representative of Spain in Euro 2024. But as usual, after the game, we'll have the reaction of Xavi, of our coach. Què tal, Xavi? Com estàs? Bona nit.
Bona nit.
Objectiu assolit, no? Aquest objectiu de mínims. Hi ha hagut un moment en el que semblava que el Rayo us podia empatar, però m'imagino que en general satisfet.
Sí, satisfet, content. Crec que bé, aconseguim ja a falta d'una jornada aquest subcampionat. Podem dir que juguem la Supercopa l'any vinent. A nivell econòmic també és un punt positiu. Per tant, bé, l'equip s'ha trobat força còmode. Sí que és veritat que ells ens han incomodat en aquesta sortida de pilota, ho feien bé, ens igualaven a dins. No ha sigut fàcil, però bé, a nivell tàctic sí que és veritat que hem sofert una mica. Bé, jo crec que els canvis també ens han ajudat, l'última mitja hora ha sigut prou bona, aquests 2 gols de Pedri ens han donat calma i veiem un equip incòmode, perquè normalment et genera, però avui ens ha generat més del compte.
Satisfet amb com l'equip ha afrontat la setmana? Perquè després del partit de Girona la situació, doncs, evidentment, s'havia ajustat, perquè el Girona us havia passat per davant. 3 partits aquesta setmana, 3 victòries i 3 porteries a 0. Content de com s'ha aixecat l'equip?
Molt content. Jo crec que la reacció està aquí, l'equip té ganes, té ambició, vol guanyar i crec que bé, demostra una altra vegada que aquest equip és competitiu, no? Per tant, molt content, perquè no era fàcil. Després de Girona, la batacada va ser forta i al final doncs, ens hem en sortit. Sabíem que si fèiem 9 de 9, el Girona potser perdia punts, per tant, bé, segona plaça assegurada i content.
Vull preguntar per Montjuïc. Es va parlar molt l'any passat de com seria jugar aquí a casa, avui tanqueu la temporada aquí a casa. Quina valoració en fa tot plegat? És curiós que heu perdut gairebé més partits a casa que a fora. No ha estat fàcil, però m'imagino que també content, no?, amb com la gent us ha ajudat i com ha intentat estar a prop en un escenari tan diferent al Camp Nou.
La gent extraordinària. L'únic punt negatiu jo crec que han apuntat avui el president, que això personalment no m'agrada. Jo el que vull és que estiguem units, que aquest projecte sigui d'unitat, d'il·lusió, d'ambició, i això sincerament no m'ha agradat. Personalment, evidentment, molt agraït perquè coregen el teu nom i noto l'estima de l'afició en tot moment, per tant, però dir que Montjuïc jo crec que no ens ha ajudat. Evidentment l'afició sí, però jo penso que trobem a faltar el Camp Nou.
Tant de bo que tornem aviat. Last question in English, Xavi. The goal finally is done, second position, and after an incredible week, 3 wins this week.
Yes, the main goal after don't win the Liga, so it's now complete for us. We are happy, satisfied, and now we have to rest and compete well next season, of course.
Gràcies, Xavi.
Gràcies.
The words of Xavi Hernández saying that, okay, the goal is done, the second positions, that he wants to compete and he wants to be the champions next season. Of course, about the game, he talked that the team has worked hard, how important it was to score early, goal by Lewandowski. Instead, it has a little bit minutes in the second half that the game was a little bit close, but after the 2 goals of Pedri, Barça can win the game. Important words, of course, he said about the week, that it was not easy what happened after the Girona game, and the way that the team was standing up with 3 consecutive wins. And finally, he said that, of course, he missed Camp Nou. He misses Camp Nou, that the people was quite good. He said, of course, that he don't want to compare what happened with Camp Nou or not, but okay, that he misses Camp Nou. I think that all of us miss Camp Nou. We hope very soon that we will come back to the stadium.
Yes, don't we all miss Camp Nou? Marbrau, now we have a full week until the next game. Sevilla, we don't know if Saturday or Sunday, but Barca will close the league at the Sánchez-Pizjuán.
Yeah, we have to wait. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, we will know the final schedule about this game, the last one away in Sevilla. But of course, Barca has the goal, and we will have to wait until the schedule is done. Last game here at home, it was a pleasure, but I will say you goodbye next week in Sevilla.
We'll see you next week in Sevilla. Marbrau at the Sánchez-Pizjuán. I'm quite glad that we don't have to go into the Sánchez-Pizjuán with something at stake, something to play for, because it's always a complicated stadium.
Yeah, always complicated. The atmosphere there is electric. They're a team that always makes it difficult for us, both on and off the pitch. The ambience there can be pretty intimidating and inspiring for the home side. Sevilla, that has had a tough season themselves as well. I mean, at some point they were in the relegation zone. Now obviously they're safe. They got nothing to play for, but good to go there with nothing at stake.
Right, let's go to the press room to hear what our head coach Xavi Hernández has to say in that press conference.
Bona nit, benvinguts a la roda de premsa del tècnic del Futbol Barcelona, Xavi Hernández. Comencem amb el torn de Catalunya Ràdio. Ricard, sisplau.
Bona nit, Xavi.
Bona nit.
Segona plaça tancada, últim partit de la temporada a Montjuïc. Així vist en perspectiva, quan has valorat el recorregut futbolístic d'aquests 2 anys i mig, vas dir que aquest any una cosa que et quedava com pendent o que havia intentat resoldre és que havia patit defensivament l'equip, que s'havia trencat amb les transicions. Aquest any, des de les millores en el viatge futbolístic, què diries? Aquesta temporada hem millorat en quines coses?
Jo crec que hem millorat en el joc, tot i que
we've been playing better, we improve on that.
Però què diu? Perquè al final és el resultat el que et dona la raó, però jo crec que hem
But I
millorat
think in
en
the
el
end
joc. El que
it's
volem l'any
results
passat
that proves
no
you
ho vam
right.
trobar moltes vegades, però vam competir millor. Aquest
But
any
I
jo penso
think
que no...
we didn't compete this season. Last year we did it, but not this campaign.
Desajustos en defensa, duels individuals perduts, detalls que ens ha fet no lluitar en el moment just per la semifinal de Champions, per la Copa del Rei a Sant Mamés, per partits de tu a tu amb el Girona i el Madrid, és quan hem fallat, i no hem competit bé. Així com l'any passat vam competir millor, però vam jugar pitjor.
Against Madrid.
Que hem fet una millora en el joc.
And I think we played slightly better.
No ho penso, és que al final quan analitzes el joc,
and when you analyze the game, I think we are better placed on the pitch. We generate many more chances than last season.
Es tracta de no cometre errors i aquest any
we don't have to make mistakes, and this season we made so many.
Els partits.
Hola, Xavi, aquí Marta Ramon, en directe al Barça Juga RAC1. Com et sents després d'haver aconseguit la segona plaça de la classificació i si en aquest sentit hi ha hagut alguna comunicació per part del president?
Has been anything from the president to you? Any communication at all?
Algun missatge en clau de futur?
No, ara he anat de seguida a fer els flashes.
I've been doing the interviews,
no sé si ara ens
and at the moment I don't have any news. Maybe now I see.
Content, satisfet, el segon lloc era l'objectiu després de no poder lluitar per la Liga, felicitar al Madrid.
We couldn't compete for the league, but well, congratulations to Real Madrid again.
És molt meritòria.
They've been brilliant,
ens ha faltat aquest punt competitiu.
This season we lacked some competition.
Vius fins a final de temporada per la Lliga, no? Bé, objectiu de mínims, el
The
subcampionat.
goal in the end was to finish in second spot in the league. We'll play the Spanish Super Cup.
De final de temporada, no? S'ha aconseguit i en aquest sentit sí. Estem satisfet.
Adrián. Hola Xavi, bona nit.
Hola, bona nit.
Adrián Albech en directo para el carrusel de la serie y Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Has repetido varias veces en las últimas horas que para ti no cambia nada en cuanto a futuro, que no has hablado con el presidente y que no te ha dicho nada el club en ese sentido.
The chairman didn't contact you.
Pero con todo el ruido que hay, ¿no te parece raro que el presidente
Don't you think it's a bit strange that the chairman is not saying anything to you or to confirm you in the job?
Imagino que tenemos que hablar de alguna manera, ¿no?
I think we have to talk, I guess.
Estoy tranquilo, estuve con
I'm relaxed.
con el vicepresidente Rafa.
I was with him, with Rafa, with the vice chairman, and they say I'm okay.
Hace 3 semanas, ¿no? Estabilidad.
We need stability, and nothing has changed for me.
Hola Xavi, Elena Condis, Cadena COPE. Has dicho en varias ruedas de prensa públicamente que crees en la palabra de Laporta porque nunca te ha fallado.
You've said many things and you trust Laporta.
¿Crees que el presidente que mantendrá su palabra, lo que te dijo hace 3 semanas que te ratificaba en el cargo?
Sí, el presidente siempre me ha ido de cara, ha sido honesto y
He's always
seguro que
lo
será cuando nos veamos, nada más.
Buenas tardes, Mr. Alfredo Martínez, Onda Cero. Durante varias fases del partido la afición ha coreado tu nombre, luego a veces ha dicho Xavi sí, Laporta no. ¿Crees que todo esto puede generar un divorcio o que puede provocar que la afición
for the fans
por una parte y otra y que no vayáis
and
en una
can
misma
split?
Bueno, a mí con total sinceridad esto no me ha gustado, evidentemente. No me gusta
I didn't
cuando
like it.
apuntan a una persona del club.
When
sea el
they
presidente, sea el
target
entrenador,
somebody,
sea un
if
futbolista,
it's the
no me
chairman,
gusta, no me gusta
a
y no es
player, I
agradable
don't like it. I'm not
para mí,
comfortable
porque
with
yo lo
that.
que quiero es que la familia estemos bien,
I like
que
to
todo el
be
mundo esté
united,
contento, feliz y que
everyone
apoyen a todo el
happy,
mundo, ¿no? Pero
and everyone
es el
being
público,
supported.
¿no?
But this is the
el que
public.
decide. Yo contento a nivel personal, evidentemente.
I'm
por
happy
mi nombre,
personally.
siento el cariño y
If
la estima
they
de
support me,
la
I'm
afición, pero por
delighted.
el otro lado no me ha gustado
But I didn't
los
like
cánticos en
the
contra
chants
del presidente.
against the chairman.
Buenas noches, Xavi. Buenas noches, Josep Capel para Radio Nacional de España. Felicidades por el segundo puesto ya certificado en el día de hoy. Me gustaría preguntarte si tú lo estás viendo desde dentro, pero si tú estuvieras desde fuera como aficionado culé, entenderías que todo lo que ha ocurrido en estos últimos 4 o 5 meses para muchos aficionados sea algo casi surrealista, que si era te vas, que si era te quedas.
Everything going on for the last 4 months, it could be surreal.
Y sigues, ahora parece que no. Si tú lo estuvieras viviendo desde
If you
fuera,
were
entenderías
a fan or you were
todo lo
outside,
que se está viviendo en estos
what would you think?
últimos 4 o 5 meses en el club. Gracias.
Bueno, yo cuando ha habido una noticia que explicar he salido aquí, he dado la cara
well,
y
when
he
they
explicado
asked me to give my reasons, I've been here. I've always said the truth.
Hace 3 semanas, creo, más o menos, que decidimos mi
3 weeks
continuación.
ago, we said I was going to stay.
Ya dije, de los futbolistas también. Y para mí nada cambia, no hay.
And nothing changes for me.
Si hay alguna, pues ya.
If there is something, somebody else will tell.
Gente que deciden cosas en el club no ha cambiado
So decision makers here is nothing different.
Y se ha conseguido.
And we had the goal achieved.
Hola Xavi, ¿qué tal? Raúl Fuentes de Radio Marca. Dices que desde arriba te transmiten calma y tranquilidad, pero tú como entrenador y en tu etapa como jugador, ¿crees que en este club, en el Barcelona, se puede trabajar con calma y con tranquilidad?
Freely here in this club?
Bueno, pero la pedíamos hace 3 semanas, esta estabilidad, no sé qué habrá cambiado.
We needed the stability. 3 weeks ago we said that. I don't know what's changed.
No me han comentado ningún cambio en este sentido.
I haven't said anything.
Juan Irigoyen.
Hola Xavi, ¿qué tal? Juan Irigoyen, del Diario El País. Cuando en enero hablabas de la crueldad del entorno, lo que pasó esta semana es un ejemplo de esa crueldad que
Everything
del
going on this
entorno del
week
club que se vive.
is an example of what you said
Sí.
in January.
Sí, aquí siempre hay ruido, hay muchos medios de comunicación que cubren el día a día de nuestro club.
Well, it's very crowded here when it comes to media.
No diría normal, pero suele pasar. Es que
And
suele
it
pasar.
happens quite a lot.
Hay que aceptarlo, sabemos dónde
You
estamos y sí.
need to take it on the chin.
Muchas veces es desagradable y cruel.
Sometimes it's
te hacen sentir
unpleasant.
pequeñito, pero esto va de ganar partidos y de
But
jugar
this is
bien, nada
about
más.
winning.
Hola Xavi, Laia Cervelló de The Athletic. Si les informacions que han sortit aquesta setmana s'acaben confirmant i marxes del club, et semblaria just que aquest hagués sigut el teu últim partit, no haver pogut despedir a l'afició coneixent-se com diuen que es coneix ja que
És que contesto a suposicions, de moment no, és
But
que no puc contestar.
that's not real. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. That's just
De moment no canvia res. Torno
a
a dir,
hypothesis.
Si hagués d'anunciar alguna cosa, ho faria.
Sí. Hola Xavi, bona tarda.
Bona tarda.
Jordi Gil de l'Esport. Volia preguntar per aquesta setmana que ve ara, una vegada fets els deures i que ja doncs, heu aconseguit l'objectiu, si tu tens, veient la confiança que dius que et transmet el club, tens pensat parlar amb jugadors sobre baixes, sobre tot?
Are you going to talk about players for next season?
En permanent contacte per
talked
anar
with Deco
planificant i sí.
for the
Les
planification
decisions
next
que
season.
es prenguin doncs haurem de parlar amb jugadors, clar.
And we'll have to talk to players, of
¿Qué tal,
course.
Xavi? Buena tarde.
Buena
Aquí
tarde.
Guillem Borras para Iniestazo. Yo te quería preguntar acerca de la puntuación. Hoy confirmáis la segunda plaza, pero es una puntuación con la cual la temporada pasada hubierais sido campeones.
You've
¿Esto
got
qué
the
reflexión te
second
merece?
spot. With
Porque en
points
Madrid
last
la
season, you
puntuación
would have been
estamos todos de
champion.
acuerdo que es altísima,
It's
pero
really
vosotros si
high.
ganaseis en Sevilla realmente solo haríais 3 puntos menos que la temporada pasada que fuisteis campeones. ¿A ti qué te
What do
parece
you
que ha
think
cambiado?
about that?
¿Cómo te lo explicas?
Bueno, el que ha cambiado es el Real Madrid, que este año ha
Perhaps Real
competido
Madrid
mejor, ha hecho una
have made the
puntuación,
difference. They've been
si no histórica,
sensational,
se le
maybe
acercará,
historic.
y que estamos delante de uno de los mejores clubes
Perhaps
del
it's
mundo
one of
actualmente.
the best
No hay que
clubs
olvidar que están en la final
in world football.
de la Liga de Campeones.
They are in the
Por lo
Champions
tanto,
League
estamos
final as
luchando
well.
contra este equipo,
And
aunque
we are
sea
battling
nuestro
with
rival
them.
y nos,
They are our rival,
no nos gusta,
but we don't
no nos
like
gusta,
it.
pues están ahí.
But we've got
Es
to
un
deal with
super
it.
equipo,
They are
están
there.
compitiendo. El año pasado
They are
competimos
super
nosotros
team.
mejor. Este año pues
Last
han hecho
season
una
we did
puntuación que
better.
prácticamente es muy difícil
But
ganarles.
it's really difficult to
Gracias,
beat
Ronnie.
them.
Gracias.
Well, the reactions there of our head coach Xavi Hernandez after that 3-0 win against Rayo Vallecano, which also secured the second spot definitively in La Liga. Adrian, Diego, there's not time for much more.
Yes.
Next week, big time game for Barça Femení.
Absolutely. What a way to finish off the season with a Champions League final for the women. Make sure that you guys tune in, of course. It's going to be a heck of a marathon over here. And we'll have to wait and see if it coincides with the first team, the men's team. But yeah, stay tuned for sure.
We will be live. We will be live on Saturday for that Women's Champions League final. So be sure to tune in and support our women's team in that quest for the Champions League. Adrian, it was a pleasure to have you on. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Two thumbs in the end?
2 thumbs, yeah. In the end, 2 thumbs up.
Good.
Thank you for having me, first of all. It was weird not being in Montjuic, but being here and watching the game. But it was so much fun, and when Barça calls, you answer. So thanks again.
Exactly. Well, it was nice having both of you guys here today to witness this 3-0 win between Barça and Rayo Vallecano. We will be back next week with the Women's Champions League final, and of course with the last game of La Liga, Sevilla against Barça at the Sánchez Pizjuán. We'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.